fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Ogden Nation.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. A full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd. Plus, your thoughts on what you saw. The Postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Back out to Bradley. Pete setting a high screen. Bradley ball fake, driving right, all the way to the bucket and lay it in.
Just takes Acuff off the bounce, and I got to tell you, Acuff, not a great on-ball defender. Jaden Bradley should take him to the rim as much as he can.
All 5 Arizona starters in double figures now.
I mean, that was an offensive display by your Arizona Wildcats tonight in the Sweet 16. As U of A, for the first time in 11 years, he is on to the Elite Eight, 1 win away from a return trip to the Final Four. An absolute display for your Wildcats, 109-88. They did not score 100 points a whole lot this year. I mean, you go back to the second exhibition game against Embry-Riddle, they put up 113. They did score over 100 in a game, a Big 12 game against Kansas State at McHale Center. But that was about it. To put up 109 in this game against this team, I mean, that's about as impressive as it gets. Arizona, Purdue, the 1 and the 2 on Saturday for the right to go to Indianapolis and represent the West. Welcome to Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. I'm your host, David Kelly. We've got everybody in the house tonight. We have got the captain, Kelvin Ifan. We've got J.W. Madden as well. We've got you on the phones, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in with us. We'll be with you probably till around midnight, a little after midnight tonight, talking this basketball game. We always begin with our top takeaways, and we'll start with the captain, Kelvin Ifan. Kelvin, wow, 109-88.
Domination. I mean, from start to finish, Arizona was locked in. It was just one of those games to where it just seemed like there was nothing Arkansas could do right there. I mean, it was just from top to bottom. The freshmen came in locked in. Jaden Bradley, Barry 7 for 11. Man, the guys were just all around just playing a great game. I mean, it was one almost put me to sleep, to be honest with you. I mean, I just got to be real with you because it just wasn't a game, man. It looked like big brother playing against little brothers, just like that, man.
We've got J.W. Madden in the house. J.W. Madden, your thoughts on this win today?
Yeah, I mean, like Kelvin said, domination. I think those of us paying attention are not surprised by this result, just because there's 3 or 4 NBA players on that Arkansas Razorbacks roster, but they just do not have the size or physicality to match up with Arizona, and that's what Arizona went to early and often. 60 points in the paint. 60. It was just so easy. And, I mean, it was easy for Mo Krivas. It was easier for Koa Pete. And then when Toby got in, he just started dunking on everybody, guys. So, I mean, I think we've seen it all year. I love the stat that it's the first time they've had 7 players with 14 or more points, I think was the stat, ever in the history of the NCAA. And that just defines what this team's all about. I mean, the problem is David Stern in the 1980 decided we're going to focus on the individuals. We're going to focus on Magic. We're going to focus on Larry. And what do a lot of national pundits do? They only talk about Acuff, Kelvin. It's so annoying. This is the team. This Arizona team has a lot of individual talent on it. But tell me, Kelvin, have you seen a more cohesive unit in a minute? I mean, talent that plays together is all on the same page and all follows the game plan put together by a really good coaching staff. That's what you see tonight. I mean, no disrespect to the Arkansas Razorbacks. John Calipari is a great coach. They still got some real talent on that roster. But this was just a real mismatch as far as the front courts were concerned. And Arizona had a great game plan and took advantage of that from the tip. After they got to that 10-point lead, it was, I don't know, boring, Kelvin, because I like seeing Arizona, getting out to those big leads. We haven't seen that a lot this year. They've been in some close games. But, man, what a dominating performance, and on to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I gotta give our guy K-Dub a lot of credit. I mean, he messaged it on YouTube before the game. He said, "How is Arkansas's number 53 ranked defense gonna stop Arizona's 8-man rotation from dropping 100?" And that's exactly what happened in this game. They could not stop Arizona's rotation. Like J-Dub said, they just went to the paint. This might be the best. I mean, and again, we can go back and analyze every single game, but this might be the best performance that they've had all year. I can't, I mean, just the ease of it, the ability to get the ball inside, the precision with shooting the threes that they did, doing all the things that they like to do. I mean, they just came up 1 assist short of 20 in the game, made more free throws than Arkansas shot, 30-26. I mean, and just dominated in the paint, 60 points in the paint against that team. And what we said they needed to do, which was not allow anybody else but Darius Akoff to have a big game. He got his 28, but you didn't allow anybody else to get 25-plus points on this game. He and Malik Thomas combined for 45, but that wasn't going to be nearly enough on this game. Didn't like the fact they were giving up a lot of dunks early in the game. I thought they were a little soft on the inside, not early in that contest. But they probably knew that they were going to be able to get back as many dunks as they were giving up in this contest. And just the best. I think that's the best game they played all season long, and now they get a chance to play finally for an Elite Eight, the 12th, I believe, Elite Eight in program history. Now on Saturday against Purdue, we got a tip time. It'll be 5:49.
What the hell, man?
5:49.
What the hell, Kelvin? How long have we been watching basketball? You ever seen a 49 stated tip time before? Here's how it works, listeners. They state the tip time being 7 p.m. It never tips at 7. It tips at 7:07 because they got to come out and have the intro. Yeah. They got to go break one time, and the tip is 7 minutes after the top of the hour. 49 passed. The same for the other game. The other game's at like an 09 stated tip time, guys. Kelvin, have you ever seen that?
No.
Well, maybe they got some extra things they got to do before the game starts.
It's just so weird. It's like, $9.99 off tires. It's like trying to trick you into buying something because there's a 9 in there.
Oh, man. All right. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Want to talk to you about this one. If you were at the game or at the game in San Jose, give us a call. Let us know how it looked in person because, man, it sure in the hell did look good on TV. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. It is the post-game show. Kelvin Efon is here. JW Madden will get our first break in. We'll come back. You heard pretty much the entire press conference. We'll let you hear we'll let you hear all of Tommy coming up later in the show. We'll also let you hear a little bit about what John Calipari had to say after the game. I don't know if you saw his interview with Allie LaForce. I think it was like at the
one where he tried to walk away midway through it.
Yeah, he was like, "They're really good." It was pretty funny.
I told Paige, I'm like, by the way, John Calipari's been coaching since the mid '80s. I mean, he started at UMass, had his time, Memphis, Kentucky. Do you know how many great teams John Calipari in his 900 wins in college basketball has seen? So consider the source. When he's kind of flabbergasted in his media interview during that timeout, Kelvin, and he says, "They're really good." And then he repeated himself, "They're really good." Like that moment in time was so perfect because of how many great teams John Calipari's seen in his tenure in college basketball.
Yeah, and as a coach, it sucks when you're sitting there and there's nothing you can really do to help your team because this one they just got to take. That's what they got to take. You wish you could be out there with them playing, but you can't play. But yeah, now when they just went up against a bigger, tougher, stronger team. That's it. And if you played before, you've been that was like a mismatch. It's like a mismatch, you know.
Yeah.
Just too many veteran players at all the wrong spots. I mean, you got those veteran bigs. You know, they always say down the middle in every sport. Down the middle, you want to be strong. And you got Jaden Bradley, and and basically Toby Awaka and Crevis and the young fella Pete, who's basically a grown man now. So it's ridiculous.
Wildcats win it. On to the Elite Eight. On to the break here. We'll be right back. Segment 2 of our post-game show after this. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Supplier pricing is happening right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet during Truck Month. That means big savings across our lineup. Take up to $4,000 off the 2026 Colorado, up to $5,500 off the 2026 Silverado HD, and up to $10,000 off the 2026 Equinox EV. Supplier pricing is going on right now, so don't miss your chance to save. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or visit O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management. As a boutique fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Ready to update your kitchen, create a spa-inspired bathroom, or a backyard oasis? Put the equity in your home to work for you with a home equity line of credit from Hughes. Borrow between $10,000 and $250,000 and enjoy flexible terms and no prepayment penalties. With Hughes Federal Credit Union's one-rate guarantee, there's no switching rates based on your credit score. All our members get our same low rate. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Certain restrictions apply.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Oh my gosh, Ted, why are you digging up the yard?
I'm looking for that stupid pipe. The bathroom drain is still clogged.
Shouldn't we call Goodfellas AC and Plumbing? You know, the professionals?
I found the pipe.
Whatever clogs your drains, leave it to the professionals at Goodfellas AC and Plumbing. The choice your family can count on for quick, reliable plumbing service using Permaliner to fix pipes and drains without digging up the yard. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care with Mad March savings all month long. Now's the time to save big with big deals on major brand tires like the long-lasting, quiet-riding Michelin Defender 2 and slam dunk savings on automotive repairs with big rebates up to $100. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 convenient locations are ready to assist on your next championship drive. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more savings. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here with the Right Way team.
Great news. Free furnace season has been extended through the end of March. Have you been thinking about replacing your heating and cooling system this year? To spark business, we're giving away an 80% gas furnace or a heat pump air handler with the purchase of a new air conditioning system.
And we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 to book your free estimate today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday Postgame Show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Here's Pete into the lane. Spin move there. Shot up. Rolls over the rim. No good. There's a rebound by guess who? Awaka. Flush with the right hand.
Toby Awaka had a dunk party in this game today.
You know how, like, the best part of a good dunk, Kelvin, is seeing the reaction from the bench? So if you go back and watch that play, there was a male Arkansas cheerleader on the sideline, and he just made one of those faces like he made a dirty face. Like, that Awaka dunk was with purpose.
Yeah. You know, we what we used to always say is those flows must be very bouncy over there. Everybody's feeling real good. Them legs is feeling real nice.
109-88. All right, we're going to go back out to San Jose. I want you to just hear the opening statement from John Calipari, the head coach of Arkansas, what he had to say after his team got drubbed in the round of 16 by your Arizona Wildcats.
Arizona is really good. And if they shoot the ball that way and do the things they did today, wow. You know, I told my team after, proud of them, what they did this year. And I don't want them to look at one game and take away from what they've all accomplished. But that was a hard one, you know, and they got us from right at the beginning. We kind of kept it a little close, but they're good, really good team.
All right, that was John Calipari with his opening statement after the game. Let's hear a little bit more of that coming up later on. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You heard the dunk there by Toby Awaka at the top. Toby finished with 14 points in the game. He had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block shot, 1 steal, played 24 minutes, 2 of 4 from the line. The Wildcats did not reach double digits in misses in this game. They came close. 30 of 39. I'll take it, 77% in this contest. A lot of those were in the second half. I think they missed. They only missed 2 of their free throws in the first half. They missed 7 of those.
You missed something talking about Toby's stats. You forgot the 2 near concussions that he had as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it got a little physical there.
Well, the first one was just a basketball play, and the second one was a basketball play too. I mean, he was just winding up to try to tip the ball away and just happened to make contact. But if you watch those in slow motion, Tobey's head, his neck got snapped a little bit on both of those plays. So just glad that he was up and walking around and doing okay.
All right, let's hear from Derek. Derek, you're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
I'm loving the way we played today. And I called earlier before the game started, and I said, hey, look, I think Arizona's got a little bit of chip on their shoulder. And Braden Burries, he kept hearing about A-Cuff, and he's like, hey, man, I'm a good player too. And he definitely displayed that tonight. He was the best guard on that court. He was the best rebounding guard on that court. And, yeah, so A-Cuff got his 28th, almost 30 points. But the Arizona Wildcats put on what is called a clinic, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Tommy Lloyd said they only had 3 days rest. Heck, if they would have had 4 days rest, imagine if they would have put up 130 on those guys. But here's the thing. The Arkansas Razorbacks, they completely lost themselves. They were completely dog-walked, and they just couldn't withstand that, and they just became really, really classless. And that's coaching. I know that Calipari, bowed down and said, hey, look, Arizona's a really, really good team. But he should have had at least control of those guys when they were losing it out of their minds during that second half, because Arizona was just going through it. I mean, the guys were trying to get into Jaden Bradley's face. And, he's like, hey, bro, look at the score, man. We're up 24 points. Like, why are you like shoulder checking me and stuff like that? But Arizona was just doing it in every single facet, in every single way, and they did it from the gate.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how Calipari's teams carry themselves, right, guys? I mean, they have that whole swag thing, and, that's just what they do, right? But as far as, the chippiness, I will say this. Paige asked me what was going on with, was it Pringle?
Yeah.
She's like, why? Because he was the one who slammed the ball, right? And that's when it started getting a little chippy from that point forward. And I just said, Kelvin, he's a senior. Mm-hmm. So, you got 5 minutes left and you're down by 20 in an NCAA tournament game. I'm not excusing Derek, his behavior, and I agree with you. I think that, and Tommy Lloyd addressed that after the game. He talked about how they had reviewed tape of a Florida game with Arkansas a couple of weeks back where it got really chippy and got a lot of technicals down the stretch of that game. So they already told the players coming into this game, what Tommy's actual quote was, if it goes the way we think it will, it could get chippy late, is what Tommy said in his postgame presser. So they were prepared for that, Derek. And yeah, I mean, I just think a little bit of that's the finality, Kelvin Ifon, of your final minutes ticking off the clock in your final college game for those guys like Nick Pringle out there who's a senior.
Yeah, no, it's tough, seeing it all go away like that. Arizona is physical, man. Arizona is very physical, and I think sometimes some of the teams feel like that they're not getting the calls that they're used to getting, and sometimes when you get down like that, the refs don't give you any calls. That's just the tough side of it. I always tell kids, man, you got to show fight, because if you don't show fight, man, these refs ain't going to help you a whole lot. So, yeah, no, they was in a situation there, man. I didn't like the tech where he called it on the sideline. I always don't like that tech because, I don't know. Of course, we don't know what was said, but it was a ref right on the same side that didn't call the tech, and the ref all the way on the other side called the tech, and I felt like he should have been looking at something else. Especially in a blowout like that, So, they already getting beat down, and you already ejected a player and different things like that. So, you ain't had to pile on there.
And I have one more nugget, and this is from a friend who was at the game, who at the halftime. He went to the bathroom, and Draymond Green and a couple of the guys from the Golden State Warriors were there, and they were talking about that guy A-Cuff, he's really good. And then Draymond Green goes, yeah, but that other guy, number 5, man, he's got it, man. He's ready for the NBA. That guy could probably drop 40. Like he's got it. He's skilled. He can go in the NBA right now. And that's Draymond Green saying. So that's huge to me as a great appreciation for an Arizona basketball player.
Come on, Calvin. You know that Coach Kerr got some Arizona games on in the Warriors locker room, right? Come on. Draymond knows who some of the Arizona players are. Number 5, he's seen some of the Arizona ball before because Coach Kerr wouldn't let him not know how good Arizona is this year, especially from a dude like that who's going to talk about Spartans. I mean, that guy he's from that place, right? He's born and raised Michigan State guy. So, of course, Kerr, as a competitor, is going to say some things about Arizona basketball in 25-26.
Yeah, and I was thinking, and Draymond know what it looked like. He know exactly how good players look. And if you watch the way that Braden plays and the way that the U of A plays, you can tell that it's going to be a few guys on this team have some nice careers in the NBA because they know how to play with other good players. And that's what the NBA is all about.
And not to mention, I mean, he has been amongst the top 2 or 3 defenders in the NBA going on 15 years now. So when Draymond Green's like, yeah, Braden Burries has got it, Kelvin, I mean, that dude has studied more tape than you could possibly imagine. He is a student of the game, Draymond Green, because at 6'5", 250, he's guarding 7-foot centers and whatnot and chasing around point guards. So he knows a thing or two about the NBA, but he knows a thing or two about defending. And seeing Braden and that Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham style game he's got, he knows what it is.
Yes, thank you very much, guys. And 3 more games left, and we can have that title. Hopefully, we can carry this on. And Tommy Lloyd is not going to let these guys lose focus. No way.
I don't think so. I do not think so. Derek, I appreciate your call. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's hear from our guy, Anthony. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Hey, bear down, guys. Bear down, man.
Bear down.
Yeah, just great night. Great night to be a Wildcat. It'll be a great Friday to watch some other Sweet 16 games and not have to worry, not have to stress.
That was the best.
Win.
That was the best part, Anthony. There was no stress involved tonight whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, when Utah State cut it to 4, right, with about 5 minutes to go after that 18-point lead, all of Wildcat Basketball Nation was thinking, uh-oh, what's this all about? So today, when Arizona got out to that 18-point lead again, Anthony, there was I guarantee you there was a good portion of Arizona fans who were thinking, just keep the lead big. Just keep it above 15.
Yeah, I was one of those. I was just looking at the score, okay. When we went up 21 and they went on the little 6-0 run, I was like, okay. Look, let's, but we were, really never in danger. It was a layup line for us. And, the talk all week was about their defense, and it proved obvious, man. They're besides the Awaka's dunk, the one-handed dunk in the first half, basically – if you jumped on SportsCenter's top 10, it's probably going to be all 10 of their putbacks tonight. They were very athletic, but like I said, it was a great coach game by Lloyd. We attacked. Everybody played well. I was hoping Del Orso would get 2 more points, so we would have had all 7 of those players that would have been in double figures. But Ivan started off the game great. He attacked, made multiple plays that got things going. There's not really much to say. It's just a good win. And late game, well, not late game, but I remember the Arizona-UConn game in 11 was a 3 o'clock game. I remember the second Elite 8 against Wisconsin was a 3 o'clock game. So when they came out with 5:49, I was not too happy with it. And then, I'll take it than not watching it at all. So. And then what I didn't like is that both games are going to be at the same time. The game going on in Houston is at 6:09.
Yeah, they don't really. It's weird. You would think that they would stagger those so that people could watch both, but I don't understand. Yeah, I don't really understand how that works.
Well, I'm seeing Sundays, they haven't released the times, but from what I was reading in that Sundays are going to be staggered.
No, actually, they are staggered. The game in Houston begins at 3:09 our time. So 3:09 and 5:49.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're staggered. I thought they were staggered, yeah.
Yeah, so you're okay. So, yeah, I didn't see that. So that's good. And then, man, what happened to Houston, man? That was I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that game, but apparently it was would they lose by? They end up losing by
a lot. Yeah, if you just look at the stats, it wasn't one guy.
10 games.
It was not one guy. It was everybody on that roster did not shoot well from the field. So, I think Sinak was 2 for 11. I got the box score right here. Let's see. Yes, Sinak Jr. was 3 for 12. Yeah. Kingston Flemings went 4 for 10. Milos Uzan went 2 for 11. Emmanuel Sharp went 7 for 16. They shot 34% as a team.
They had 2 free throws. Wow. That's it.
Well, they're all guard. I mean, we talked about that last.
Shooting.
We talked about the last couple times that Arizona played Houston. Is that for as much talent as they have, they don't have interior scoring. They have drivers, just like Arkansas tonight, right? Like very similar in that if the guards aren't hitting from outside, Kelvin, on a team built like that, and you don't have any kind of post touches at all. I mean, you don't need to live in the post like Arizona does, but if you can't get an easy bucket every once in a while and your 3 points not going, that's what's happened. They lost by 10 points, and it wasn't even that close. Like, they were down by 16 late in that game.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I didn't expect that. I expected, it being in Houston, I thought they were going to have a cakewalk. Not a cakewalk, but I thought a home court advantage throughout, like the next two games. I thought they were going to, not a shoo-in for the Final Four, but I was thinking it was going to be them on that side. Now, we have a really tough game on Saturday.
I had Houston, Iowa State, and Arizona all in the Final Four in the bracket I filled out.
Yep.
Just because, I mean, come on. I mean, the way it was only Arizona that beat Houston down the stretch, right? And Iowa State, and obviously Jefferson gets an injury and whatnot, but I did not see this coming at all. And, there is a bright side, if you want the Arizona side of that, is Kylan Boswell plays for that Illinois team, so...
Yeah, that'll be interesting if we run into that. Anything on Joshua? Did you guys hear anything? I know we're not.
He's out of the boot. So there's video of him out of the boot. So he's no longer in a walking boot. And there's some video today of him shooting around. What they've said officially is that he's going to be a game-time decision.
Okay. Because, I would like to see them advance if we get past Purdue. It's going to be a tough game, so I don't want to take anything like that. But I'd rather honestly play Iowa State for a third time than have to play Michigan. So
I want Michigan.
That's the game I want to see.
That's
I want Purdue. I want Purdue.
When you go back and look at the
I want Purdue.
When you go back and of course we got Purdue, like that's gonna happen. But what I'm saying is when the one thing that when our Wildcats won in '97 is that they beat all those number ones.
Yeah, 3 number
so
ones.
You can't say, oh, they got luck on their side. Nah, it wasn't a lot of luck. You had to go through a gauntlet.
Yeah, you want to be the best.
Yes, sir.
So I want Michigan, but I just wish it would have been. I just wish it would have been on the opposite side of the bracket. That's the game I wanted for the national championship. I wanted, like with everybody talking Arizona, Michigan all season long. That would have been nice.
So that would be the semi. That's right. That would be the semifinal game. Yep.
Yeah.
So Duke was number one. So it would be 1-4-2-3.
Yeah.
That's how they would set it up. So the best number one seed plays the fourth number one seed, and then 2 and 3 play each other.
Yeah. And then tonight's game was like, we tied on the. We both had the same amount of rebounds, but I guess it really didn't matter when they were. I guess there wasn't too many rebounds for us to get when we were just putting the ball in the net, and it was just like I said, it was a layup line for us. They were the flashier, but we did everything fundamentally right. Lloyd attacked, he did everything smart. We just kept attacking. It was a good fundamental game. So I'm just looking forward. I've been an Arizona fan since '86, and it's like, and then just to be in the Elite Eight again for it's been 10 years now, 11 years.
Yeah, 11.
25 since our last Final Four.
15.
Oh man, yeah. So 25 since our last Final Four. It's just like when we in 2001. If you would have told me like, hey, you won't see a Final Four for the next 25 years, especially like Lute was still had a couple years left in them, and I remember 2005 hurt so bad. 2003 was painful, but Kansas was a legit team with us. 2005, Illinois was, before the tournament, was the best team in the country, but we had them 15 points, 3 minutes left. So I just can't.
I did my part.
I'm honestly going to cry if we beat Purdue.
I did my
I'll get
part
tears in my eyes.
Tonight, guys. I booed the Boozer twins when Carlos sat down in the middle. That commercial was on tonight. Did you see that commercial? Mm-hmm. They got the two Boozer twins in a commercial, and I booed Carlos when he sat down, and Paige was like, what's going on here? I was like, that's the guy who was part of the Duke team that beat Arizona the last time they were in the Final Four. So, yeah, no love for those guys.
Yeah, it's just I'm really excited. I hope Tucson is on fire on Saturday, just all across. I wish they could be there. I have a couple friends heading up, the ones that we traveled with to KC. They're leaving tomorrow. They couldn't make it out tonight because of his wife's work, but they're heading out tomorrow. I wish I could make that trip, but San Jose was pretty expensive, man.
Yeah, it's not easy. San Jose. It's not a cheap place to go. That's why we're sitting this round out.
Well, I hope you guys get to go to the Final Four if we make it. And guys, it's been since I've been calling in for 9 years now, and I've always made the joke, hey, 6 more phone calls, 4 more phone calls. This is the farthest I've got since I've been calling you guys. So, guys, we got 1, 2, 3 more phone calls, and let's get silly, man.
Let's
get
go.
Silly. Let's have fun.
There we go. Anthony, we'll do it again Saturday.
Thank you guys. What do you call you? Thank you guys for your support, everything you guys do, man. A great show. I love it. You guys have a good night.
Absolutely.
Bear down.
Appreciate it. 520-848-1290. We finally got to, for me, when I started doing this 3 years ago, I said, okay, we need to get to 50 events. And that's because you get a minimum 12 games for football, and then you usually get somewhere around 35.
Yeah, I remember
36
we were like just a few short,
basketball
right?
games. Yeah, we were a few short
last year,
but we got to 50, 37 basketball games now at 35-2 and 30 and 13 football games. So we got to the 50 event mark this year. So we get at least 51. Let's hope we get to 53, as we used to say in Los Angeles. T-shirts, more money. It is a 109-88 win for your Wildcats in the Sweet 16 over Arkansas. Much more coming up for you. So let's we'll come back. We'll hand out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game when we come back. 109-88. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Locks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Factory Direct Mattress, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Every day is a balancing act with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Are you planning a home renovation? Getting quotes on windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, or flooring? Before you commit, visit the Window Depot and make sure you're not overpaying. The Window Depot is your one-stop shop for top quality products at the lowest prices. We're locally owned and operated with no installers and no middlemen, so you save big. Perfect for DIYers, contractors, and homeowners. Visit a location near you or shop online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Our daughter was addicted to pain meds, and for over 2 decades, she was lost to us. We tried to help, but the more we tried, the worse it got. She went to 18 different rehabs. We finally realized that to really love her, we needed to let her go, even when that meant her going to jail. When she got out, she went to Gospel Rescue Mission, and as the days turned into months, we knew we had our daughter back.
If you need help, or if you know someone who needs help, go to grmtucson.com.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thama Ogden Nation.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Morning begins in the Rincon foothills. Rocking K, a master planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature. A community by design.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care with Mad March savings all month long. Now's the time to save big with big deals on major brand tires like the long-lasting, quiet-riding Michelin Defender 2 and slam dunk savings on automotive repairs with big rebates up to $100. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 convenient locations are ready to assist on your next championship drive. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more savings. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
At Goldberg & Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
It's Truck Month at O'Reilly Chevrolet, and supplier pricing is going on right now. That means huge savings on some of our most popular vehicles. Get up to $12,475 off the 2026 Silverado LD, up to $7,500 off the 2025 Blazer EV, and up to $2,500 off the 2026 Traverse. Truck Month is happening now, so don't miss out. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
All right, we kept the homeowners warm this winter. Now, let's get ready for summer.
It's super tune-up time at Right Way. We'll perform our 42-point Energy Saver tune-up on your air conditioning system for just $79. We'll remove years of dirt, grime, and leaves from your outdoor unit to help your system run more efficiently and reliably, all for only $79. If you have an AC that leaks refrigerant, we'll also include a leak check at no charge. And if you call this week and ask for the early bird special, you can get the entire service for just $59. Call today. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day Postgame Show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Tough driving down the lane, runners up, missed no good. Burries the Arizona rebound. He'll lead the Wildcats on the run the other way. Burries crossover, drives, step through the lane, put it up, roll it in, and he is fouled. Oh, Braden Burries using every inch of strength to get that one over the rim, and he'll go to the line.
That's what we talked about pregame with Miles Simon, the strength that Braden Burries brings to the table on the drive. 23 points in this game, 7 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. Continues to shoot the 3 ball well in this postseason. 7 of 8 from the line, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He did turn it over 4 times in the contest, but the Wildcats win it by a score of 109-88. Toby Awaka, 14 points on 6 of 10, 7 rebounds. Let's head back to the SAP Center in San Jose and hear from Toby Awaka with Mackenzie
The
Hamilton.
Wildcats are dancing into the Elite Eight after dropping 109 points against Arkansas tonight in the Sweet 16. Toby, how proud are you of this team, the performance that you guys just put on?
Yeah, I'm super proud. I mean, we've been working since the beginning of the summer. Our goal was to make a deep run in March, and we're sort of achieving it right now. But at the end of the day, we know job's not finished. We still have work to do.
Let's first talk about that first half. You guys put up 54 points against Arkansas. What was the game plan, and how were you guys able to execute it so efficiently?
Yeah, I think our guards played tremendous. I think they wanted to get downhill, put foul pressure on the rim, get some of their bigs in foul trouble, because we know if you did that, you would kind of deplete the roster a little bit. And then, they did a great job of, facilitating to us bigs, and we were able to finish.
You had 3 slams in the first half that not only sent the crowd and the bench into a frenzy, but also it helped establish some control and establish your guys' will in that game. We know you've been a beast in the air at the rim all season, but do you feel like you were playing with a little more urgency tonight?
I try to go into every game with the same kind of sense of urgency, same mentality. I think, whenever the opportunity presents itself to get on the rim, I'm going to try to do it. I know how much it sort of invigorates, the fans, the crowd, our team. So, if I can get us guys amped up, I'm going to do it.
And then momentum kept rolling into the second half. You guys jump into an 18-point lead minutes in. What did communication sound like in the locker room going into the second half?
To stay poised. We've been on, in this position all year, and just make the first punch, make the first hit, and just get the lead.
Was that the same message as Arkansas was getting frustrated in the second half? Were you telling your players that?
Just stay even-keeled, stay poised. Games get physical, games get chippy. That's a part of the sport. So just keep a level head and just understand what we have ahead for us.
When you hear the words Elite Eight, what are the emotions like?
Super excited. I've been here once, but, looking to make it farther.
I'll see you Saturday. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that was Mackenzie Hamilton with Toby Awaka after a 109-88 win for the Arizona Wildcats over the Arkansas Razorbacks to move into the Elite Eight, where they will take on the Purdue Boilermakers. Purdue knocked off Texas in a game that came down to the end.
Did you see the end?
Well, I'm going to play it for you right now.
I'm asking, did you see it?
I saw it. I absolutely saw it. Yes, I did. Yeah, Ryan Radke was on the call, the Arizona grad tonight up in San Jose. Let's hear his call of the final moments of that game.
No fouls to give for Texas. They get it into Smith. The clock starts. Smith into the front court. 8 seconds left. Has it out between the circles. Smith working against Weaver. Dribbles right. Puts up a runner right of the lane. Banks it off. Tipped by Kaufman. Red is good. 0.7 to go. 79-77 Purdue. Inbound right side Pope. Three-quarter court at the horn is no good. And Purdue wins for the second time in 3 years. The Boilermakers will go to the Elite Eight. Trey Kaufman-Renn with the tip in, and Purdue wins 79-77, and the Boilermakers run continues.
Ryan Radke with the call there, Arizona Wildcat grad.
What'd you think, Kelvin, of the decision by Coach Miller? So he goes small that final play. Took the bigs off the court, obviously trying to stay in front of, Braden Smith, who can get by anybody pretty much for the most part, but they decided to go small, and that was a really easy offensive rebound tip in there for the winning bucket.
Yeah, he went small because he was thinking that they were going to get a screen, and he didn't want to get switched off on a big and let the little guard go to work. So he, tried to go all guard, so when they switched, he'll have a guard still on him. But, yeah, that backside box out, man, the big came over to help. He did his job, came over to help, and challenged the shot, and he actually missed, and those other guys were stuck on the backside, man. I mean, with how much time was left on the clock, they should have been running to the lane to try to get that backside rebound, but they were stuck to the shooters on the outside.
Braden Smith, 16 points, 5 assists in the game. We didn't mention this week that he finally did pass Bobby Hurley for the all-time assist mark in college
what was he doing? It only took him 35 years, bro.
He's not
finally.
Not that old.
No, for somebody, anybody. I mean, Bobby Hurley set that record. His last year in college was 92, I think. So, I mean, think about that. Bobby Hurley's been the all-time. And, of course, Duke went to so many 3 Final Fours or 4 Final Fours during his time there. And he had Leitner and he had Grant Hill. He had a lot of great players to pass to. Thomas. Who was that Thomas guy? He was really good, too. Anyway, the fact, Kelvin, that it took, from 1992 to 2026 for somebody to break that record with all the guys with 5 or 6 years lately, I mean, I'm surprised it took this long, but Braden Smith has been that dude. We saw him as a freshman, right? That's when Arizona went up to Purdue 4 years ago. We saw Braden Smith when he was a freshman, and Lawler.
It wasn't that long. That was 2 years ago, I think. 2 seasons ago.
Well, he's a senior now, so it's like I remember him when he was a freshman.
Was that his freshman or sophomore? I thought it was his sophomore, but maybe. Yeah, it was 2 years ago, though, yeah.
When you said Thomas, were you talking about Thomas Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was from Dallas.
Yeah, they had a squad.
Yeah. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's head back to the phones and hear from Jason. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for calling, Jason.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, call out a few things. Like, number one, I didn't really want to see Sean Miller. I think we all kind of know why. But honestly, I can't help but think Purdue reminds me of those damn Wisconsin teams with the bearded white men who can make threes. And if for some reason Braden Smith and Fletcher Lloyd, who looks like a guy I just want to punch in his freaking face, hit 18 to 23s and go crazy and knock the best team out in the tournament, I'm going to be upset. Are you guys also concerned about that?
I'm always concerned with bearded guys that can make threes.
I'm more concerned about bearded guys who can pass. That's the issue.
So that little point guard, man, who can get everybody involved, plus make that mid-range. He got it. There's a lot of similarities with him and Jaden Bradley with the way that they play. He has a little more flair to his game, a little smaller, but he's that same type of general that's just trying to get it done.
Yeah, don't forget the Aussie. They got Oscar Clough, too. He's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. No, that's that guy from Coke Cheese.
Yeah. I just, anyways, big fan, guys. Appreciate you taking my out there as, like a cautiously optimistic fan, Arizona alum, but having not been to the Final Four in a bit, and I actually went to a few those games and seen them in person and seen Wisconsin just just kind of end our runs. It's like one of those things where it's like Purdue kind of mimics that, and they're senior led, and I do think this team is a different breed, and we can handle that type of challenge. But man, I'm just anxiously nervous about it. So appreciate you guys taking my call,
Nathan,
and hopefully those guys don't do that.
You'll sleep better, Jason, at night knowing that the perimeter defenders on the 25-26 Arizona Wildcats are a class above those ones that those bearded guys hit all those threes against. So, yeah, I think you could sleep better knowing that.
Yeah. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it for sure. 520-848-1290. So, yeah, it was 2 years ago we played at Indianapolis, and that was Braden's sophomore year. So he's been there 4 years. His first season was 22-23. We played there 23 or in the fall of 23.
Yeah, they were both sophomores, I think.
Yeah.
Him and Lawler at the same time.
Right.
Because obviously the big story was Zach Edey going in, but it was the guards who killed him. Yeah.
Exactly. 520-848-1290. Nathan is up next on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Gentlemen, it is a great day to be a Wildcat fan. Let me tell you, that was an absolute clinic that the Wildcats put on today. And you laugh, man. I'm being serious. That was an absolute clinic.
It was.
I mean, on both sides of the ball. Seriously, on both sides of the ball. You got Mo and Awaka just crashing boards and just making sure nobody is just flying in where they shouldn't be. And you got guys, I mean, the stat that I just can't get over, and we knew it was going to happen just because of our matchups, was seriously 60 points in the paint
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, and why I think that's just such a highlight is you look at most, typical teams that make a run in the tournament. Their outside perimeter shooting is sky through the roof, and they're just nailing threes left and right. And I think we've shown that, yeah, we can shoot the three. We don't need to because we got our bigs inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to make you stop us there. And the way you're going to stop us is you're going to foul. And then guess what? We're going to go to the line. And once we get you into bonus and once we get you in double bonus, I think the best was when Brian Jeffries made the call of Jaden Bradley driving in. He was going to pass. It looked like he was going to pass to Del Orso, but the defender jumped in front of him, and Jaden was like, okay, I'm going to shoot the ball and kind of shoot the ball. And that foul, and boom, we're to the line. Great day to be a Wildcat, and I think the best post-game piece that Tommy talked about is just our poise and our classiness, because things did get chippy, and I think we just got in their head. And then once that happened, once all that happened, I said to the person I was watching the game with, I said, we're in their head. They're not going to recover from this. And from there on out, we just took control of that game. So great game. Can't wait for the next one. Go Cats.
There you go. Don't get pulled into any nonsense. That is the thing that the Wildcats have to be.
Nathan would never get pulled into nonsense, man.
Nathan, appreciate your call. Thank you.
Yeah, go Cats.
Go Cats. Bear down, go Cats. All right, let's hand out our Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game award we had tonight. It was interesting. I mean, for so long, I looked up at one point, and the Wildcats only had 19 rebounds total, and I think that was like midway through the second half of the game. And I was like, well, yeah, they haven't really missed any shots. That's one of the reasons they don't have a whole lot of rebounds in this game.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell, Cats? 6 offensive rebounds? You shot 64% from the field. Yeah,
64%.
At one point, it was at 73 or something in that first. I think they were like 11 out of their first 15.
Yeah, it was crazy what they were doing.
And all dunks, basically.
Yeah. Toby Awaka had 7. That was the high tonight. Motias Krivas had 5. Braden Burries had his normal 5. This is tough tonight.
Since I never get to go first, I will just say let's give the Toby Awaka Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game award to Toby Awaka.
Okay. How about you, Kelvin?
I'll go with Toby. Yeah, those dunks to me were worth for the day. Yes.
There we go. All right, Toby Awaka, I won't disagree. Toby Awaka is your Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. It is a 109-88 win for your Arizona Wildcats over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Back in the Elite Eight is the U of A, where they will face Purdue on Saturday at 5:49. I haven't gotten the exact schedule, but I would imagine if it mimicked today, we will be on the air at 2 o'clock on Saturday with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. 2 p.m. is what I am anticipating. We will let you know that for sure once we hear from the man, Brian Jeffries. Get a timeout, come back, take more of your calls. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
Are you planning a home renovation? Getting quotes on windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, or flooring? Before you commit, visit the Window Depot and make sure you're not overpaying. The Window Depot is your one-stop shop for top quality products at the lowest prices. We're locally owned and operated with no installers and no middlemen, so you save big. Perfect for DIYers, contractors, and homeowners. Visit a location near you or shop online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto, professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Advantage Air Mechanical, the team you can trust. Call 792-9400.
When it comes to the comfort and indoor air quality of your home and office, Advantage Air Mechanical has you covered. Breathing healthy air and having reliable air conditioning is important. If you or someone you know is in need of air conditioning services or a new system installation, we are here to help. Advantage Air Mechanical, 792-9400. AZROC 214570.
It's a full court press this March at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Join our $1 million March Mania promotion for your shot at $1 million with your bracket picks. Or win $100,000 with a perfect prop card now through April 6th. Swipe your Club Soul card daily for a free drawing entry. Plus, every 200 slot and table points is an additional entry. Then join us April 6th for the grand finale drawing, only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management. And one of the hardest things I witness is when someone passes and they hadn't updated their beneficiaries properly beforehand. We all experience change in our lives, marriage, divorce, kids, and we work very hard for what we have. Leaving your legacy exactly the way you desire is important. This is your reminder to review all of your beneficiary designations today and at least annually. Seek guidance if you need it. Call our office at 520-719-1433 for more information.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here with the Right Way team.
Great news. Free furnace season has been extended through the end of March. Have you been thinking about replacing your heating and cooling system this year? To spark business, we're giving away an 80% gas furnace or a heat pump air handler with the purchase of a new air conditioning system.
And we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 to book your free estimate today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was. And even better, Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Acuff Jr. across midcourt, chased by Bradley, driving down right, all the way to the bucket, blocked by Krivas, picked up by Aristode, Cats with the volley of the way. Dwayne across midcourt, Aristode into the lane, ball knocked away, gets it back, out to Del Orso, step back, 3-ball from Deli is good! Lexus of Tucson, Charity 3 for the Aussie. Biggest lead for the Cats.
That was Anthony Del Orso's only. Well, he had 2 shots in the game. He made both of them. 2 threes, made them both. Finished with 8 points, had a couple as well from the line. 8 points, 1 rebound in just 13 minutes.
It's like some Tobe numbers, right? 8 points in 13 minutes.
Yeah, it was a little tough for him on the defensive end. And that's maybe, Jada, one of the reasons why he didn't stay in the game.
Yeah, Kelvin and I were talking about off air, but they're hunting him. Like, as soon as ADO got in there, they were trying to get one of their 2 guards downhill. I think he got a quick foul, and there was a frustration thing towards the end of the first half. He got a foul as well. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be like that, Kelvin, when you're talking about NBA level quickness at the guard position, and we all love Anthony Del Orso moving your feet to stay in front of guys like Acuff. You know, that's a tall ask, and, you know, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. You got to beat them to the spot. You got to anticipate where they're going, but shifty guys like that who can stop and change direction really quickly, really tough for a guy like, and obviously he's given up some size at like 6'6", and he's a little bit higher, you know, and they were trying to get Anthony Del Orso switched off on one of those 2 guards, and so my guess is that's probably why he only played 13 minutes.
And it's tough for him because what are you going to do? Go at Braden Burries? Or are you going to go at Jaden Bradley or Karchinkov? So, you know, by process of elimination, it ends up on ADO. So, they're looking for him, and, you know, coach is not going to allow that. He don't care if he's up 20. He's taking him out.
It's like, let's see, I got Michael Jordan, I got Ron Harper, I got Scottie Pippen or Steve Kerr. Which one am I going to go at?
Steve in trouble.
All right, let's hear Koa Pete after the game and his interview on CBS with Ali LaForce.
Well, Koa, you guys are just rolling through this NCAA tournament. How are you so unfazed despite the opponent?
I think it's just our preparation. You know, we got really prepped for this game. Arkansas is a really well-coached team, really talented players. A lot of those players are going to be in the NBA someday. So, I mean, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, but I'm just proud of the guys who came out and executed. Shout out to the Green Squad for having us ready for this one.
Your depth has been huge all season. 6 players scored in double figures.
It's been since 1997 in an NCAA tournament game that 6 players have scored in double figures. How much fun is it to share the basketball and share the love?
I'm having the most fun of my life, man. I love these guys. Super proud of them, man. We're going to keep going.
We'll see you in the Elite Eight. Thanks so much.
Bear down.
Bear down indeed, Jimmy.
All right, that was Ali LaForce with Koa Pete after the ball game, 109-88. Wildcats on to the Elite Eight with a win over Arkansas. 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. Let's go back to the phones and hear from Howie. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Hey, guys. Great game. You know, I was wondering something. Does Illinois, you know, now that Boswell's on that team, do they, like, take a portable crap table and roulette wheel with them when they play?
Howie, you had to go there. You had to go there, didn't you?
I know. I think of something. Wait till I tell you what I thought about. Hey.
The only reason he got in trouble is because he was 17, right? Kylan Boswell was 17 when he was a freshman, and like being on the floor is
that's not his fault. That's the casino's fault. Somebody should have been checking his ID.
My point is that the whole thing about Kylan Boswell and gambling was not Kylan. Let's not turn this into Kylan Boswell as a gambling problem. It was they happened to be in a place that had gambling, and he was underage and couldn't be there legally.
Yeah. Hey, this is really strange. I stay up late anyways, even when I'm not talking to you guys, you know. which is rare. I was up last night, and I really thought, I was thinking of like some of the great basketball players that have played for the U of A over the years, you know, and I've been there since '68, and this name flashed into my head, and I very rarely hear his name anywhere, and I thought he was one of the best players that ever played there, Lauri Markkanen, and tonight they showed a stat. You know, I forgot what it was, but they flashed a stat, and he was on there. You know, and I was thinking, I never hear a Lauri Markkanen. That guy.
What was the stat? I don't remember seeing that.
It was like Braden was the first player with 20 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds in an NCAA tournament game for Arizona since Lauri Markkanen, something like that. It was one of those kind of things. Yeah.
You never hear of his name, and that guy to me was like
Howie. You're staying up too late, and you're missing our afternoon show because we literally just talked about Lauri Markkanen at length on when was that, DK? We're just talking about because I wasn't here Monday or Tuesday. It was Wednesday because we were just talking about tanking and how the Jazz are trying to get DeBonsa out of BYU, and that we were talking about the all-time leading scorers, DK, in Arizona basketball history for NBA players, and whether or not Aaron Gordon could climb up to number 1 on that list. And Lauri Markkanen's name came up because he's the second all-time per-game average scorer to Gilbert Arenas. Yeah. Gilbert's at like 20. Lauri Markkanen's career average is at like 18. And what I said, Howie, at the time on Wednesday was Lauri would easily climb that list if the Jazz played him ever. They pull him in fourth quarters, and now they're shutting him down because they're trying to lose as many games as possible. That's probably why you're not hearing his name much, is because the Jazz are not playing him right now because they're trying to get the number 1 pick in next year's draft.
You know who was kind of like that, but Markkanen I don't think was quite. Maravich, he never played on somebody said that if he ever played on like the Lakers or the Celtics when he was younger, he would be considered like one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But, you know, he played on the Jazz. He played on some teams that never won anything, you know. And
he didn't win. He didn't win anything in college either because he never went to the NCAA tournament once.
No, he played at
LSU for his dad.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say in Baton Rouge. Yeah, and I don't know. I get to thinking about some of these guys, but Markkanen. I mean, if you put Markkanen with the rest of these guys on this team, you'd have. I would try to borrow money to start an NBA franchise. I'd just take them all. You know what I mean? That'd be my starting 5. You know, Markkanen, Burris, Pete. You know.
How many games would you lose the first season? You think you would? You think you could win more than 20 games the first season?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. You need some backup, but put Markkanen on that.
Look, Kelly, I'm going to say this with the most due respect possible, but this Arizona Wildcats team might not be able to beat the Washington Wizards in a 7-game series. Like, it's just different. Like, the men, Kelvin, you've been in the NFL training rooms and whatever. Like, the men, go watch any NBA game, and we talk about this Arizona team being physical. They're just mimicking what's going on every single night in the NBA. So, no, Howie, I think this team plays so well together on both offense and defense that they could have a chance against anybody. Like, I'm sure that they would give anybody a game. And that being said, it's just a little bit of a different level. So, I'm not so sure they would match up well with an NBA team.
But give them a couple of years, and they mature like BYU. You know, we're playing against 23 and 24-year-olds. You know, in football and basketball and stuff, those guys go on missions, and they come back as men. You know, but I'm being a little facetious. But
sure.
Yeah, the talent that would evolve. You know, if everybody stayed healthy, would be just unbelievable. You know. I think of crazy stuff like this.
Well, Kelvin, Ifan, it takes a guy like Jaden Bradley being in college for 4 years, right? It takes a guy like Mo Krivas getting injured and being, Mo Krivas could have been on draft boards this past year if he had a standard year last year like he's had this year. That's what everybody expected. So it's kind of a perfect storm where those upperclassmen, like Toby Awaka.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, guys like that usually transfer for bigger paydays. And
Or they're gone, right? An NIL era, they're sticking around a little bit longer. But the idea that you get 4 freshmen who can step into your rotation for a top 25 team, let alone a top 5 team like Arizona's been all year, the 4 freshmen stepping in, but that perfect storm, Kelvin, of having 3 super high-quality upperclassmen that all fill a role, your point guard and, leader, a big man to get the rebounds and throw the ball into on the post, and just the best rebounder in the country coming off the bench. Having those veterans on this team is what makes them so special. Rare, Howie, that you get guys to stick around long enough in today's day and age to mix and mingle with those freshmen. We just saw Calipari. That's his biggest issue in his career in college since he got to Kentucky after Memphis, is it's all 18 and 19-year-olds, right? And you got to have a little bit of that experience in the guys who've been through those battles before. So, yeah, the perfect blend of upperclassmen and freshmen this year.
Well, look at Krivas physically last year compared to this year. He's put on muscle. He was, when he first came in and stuff, he was thin. I mean, he was really thin. He looked like that guy on the Texas team that was the center. I don't know what his name is, but I saw him on TV. He was tall, but Krivas bulked up.
DK knows why.
Yeah.
It's because his girlfriend been cooking good for him.
Yeah, but he
I saw them at Target.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
They rolled by, Kelvin, we were out in front of McHale. What game was that, DK?
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
So we're out in front of the game of McHale at Iowa State, and she came by and DK interviewed her on the air. Yeah.
You know what? I think I told you guys this, but it was interesting. I was at that McDonald's on Speedway across from the university in my younger days, which was ages ago, and right in front of me was Tom Tolbert, and he was placing his order, and I'm just an average guy, and I was, a little thinner in my younger days, like everybody. I couldn't believe how big that guy was. You know what I mean? When you're actually standing next to one of those guys, it's just amazing,
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Howie, we got other callers. We got to get going.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. 520-848-1290 is the number. Let's hear from Paul in Phoenix. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
I'm a little bit nervous. Jason got me thinking I need melatonin tonight. I'm going to be thinking about bearded guys. All that stuff. Tucson, be careful, okay? Hey, I'm going to. Here's something in all sincerity. Kelvin, JW, David. Okay, you know me. I'm a radio geek. I love radio. Okay, and something tonight. I want to give out the voice of the game. Okay, and I think we need the voice of the game. We need to honor our. He's not my friend. I would love to meet him someday. Ryan Hansen, he called his 80th postseason Wildcat game tonight.
Wow.
He said that on the pregame show. And to me, he is the epitome of class and bringing the game to all of us. And Ryan Hansen, if you're out there, I know you're not listening, congratulations.
He might be. Rhino likes to listen on occasion.
Yeah, sometimes Rhino will text me and he'll be like, that was a great point Kelvin made or something. So he does listen.
He's the voice of the game. He's no doubt about it, his 80th game, and we think about that for a second. 80 games.
That's
that
a
means
lot.
He's been doing it for a few years because there's the only possibility is the most would be ever 6, right? But sometimes we only had 1 or 2 or 3, right? So anyway, but hey, great. I'll be brief. Great game tonight. I'm got to go full Tommy. It's all about Purdue. I don't care about anything else. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters except Purdue. And it was fun tonight. This team has continued to entertain me. My blood pressure did not go up much tonight, and DK, not a lot of pacing tonight. It was very limited pacing. It was very good, so that's a good thing. Guys, I'll let you go. Bear down. Ryan Hansen, you are my voice of the game, my friend, and thank you for everything, all you guys on the radio do. Kelvin, I love you, man. Take care. Talk to you guys. Bear down.
All right, that is Paul in Phoenix. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. All right, what happened tonight out at the Casino del Sol at Sol Sports? Did anybody beat the book tonight? Let's find out what happened there.
Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to find out how we bet the book and if we beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, well, I crapped the bed tonight because I had Arkansas plus the 7.5 and the under, which is a double losing night for DK. Kelvin and J-Dub both took the Wildcats and laid that 7.5. Unfortunately, everybody had the under tonight at 165.5, and it came in at 207.
To be fair, I think I said 9, and I think Kelvin said 10, 10 or 12. So we didn't predict a 20-point win, and that they would be ahead basically by that much the whole game. But yeah, I did not see it 109-88. I just thought that there would be more bricks, and Arizona just did not miss.
No, they did not miss at all, shooting as well as they've shot all year long. All right, so splits for Kelvin and J-Dub, and nothing on the boards for me tonight. DK plus 10, Kelvin minus 10. J-Dub is now plus 2 still, so we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
You know, him talking about Rhino and how many games he's called, I heard on the broadcast that Mr. John Calipari has 61 NCAA tournament wins.
Wow.
As a coach.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
How many did I would imagine Krzyzewski has the record? Or?
Yeah, Krzyzewski's over 100. Lute had 46. More than Bobby Knight. So it's Mike Krzyzewski, Roy Williams, Dean Smith. That's the top 3.
In terms of the NCAA tournament, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of postseason NCAA tournament wins as a coach.
All right. Well, Tommy's got a long way to go to get to that, but he's finally in the Elite 8 after getting stopped at the door. The Wildcats had a 4-game losing streak in the Sweet 16, 3 of those under Tommy Lloyd, the last in 2017 for Sean Miller. And, of course, the last win had been 2015. The Wildcats went to back-to-back Elite 8s in 14 and 15, losing both of those years to Wisconsin.
We don't want to talk about that.
Exactly. But, hey, it continues to be a good year for the Big Ten as they will have another all Big Ten matchup on the other elite side of the Elite 8 as Iowa took down Nebraska. That was just a little congratulations to Iowa. I think everybody was rooting for Nebraska to this is the first time they've actually won games in the tournament. Why not have a chance to play for the Final Four? That would have been fun, I think, for them to have that opportunity on Saturday, but did not happen. Iowa, I don't even know who's on Iowa's team this year, but they are going to play for the Final Four against their rivals Illinois on Saturday. Should be fun. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. We'll take a timeout, come back. We still have to review our keys to the game. We'll still hear some more post-game from San Jose. Wildcats win it by 21 points. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is in the air and our warm temperatures are about to turn hot. Now is the time to take advantage of pre-summer savings before the hot summer weather. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is offering 5-year, no-interest financing on the installation of green HVAC systems, OAC. Call now for your free estimate, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturockscooling.com.
Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Morning begins in the Rincon foothills. Rocking K, a master-planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature. A community by design.
The target, 422 Maple Drive. No tripped alarms, no broken windows. While you were sleeping, they made off with $50,000 in equity, and they didn't even use a getaway car.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Don't let termites turn your equity into sawdust. We stop the heist before the damage is done. Call 520-201-2000 for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, termites.
It's Truck Month at O'Reilly Chevrolet, and supplier pricing is going on right now. Check out our great lineup and save big. Get up to $12,475 off the 2026 Silverado LD, up to $7,500 off the 2025 Blazer EV, and up to $2,500 off the 2026 Traverse. Truck Month is happening now. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care with Mad March savings all month long. Now's the time to save big with big deals on major brand tires like the long-lasting quiet riding Michelin Defender 2 and slam dunk savings on automotive repairs with big rebates up to $100. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care's 14 convenient locations are ready to assist on your next championship drive. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more savings. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, we're here to get you there.
In Tucson, Cool Willie's knows desert dust, dirt, and debris are the #1 AC killers when the heat hits. That's why our signature tune-up is the best way to get your system summer ready. Right now, we're offering a preseason AC reset, a deep internal clean where our technicians remove built-up dust, restore airflow, and prep your home before temperatures spike. First-time customers get their preseason AC reset for just $39, normally $129. Appointments fill fast before the first heat wave. Go to coolwillies.com and click Book Now.
Prepare yourself. Something extraordinary is about to break loose right in the center of town. Get ready for Casino del Sol. Bigger, brighter, bolder. We are where excitement doesn't just rise, it erupts. We are where fun doesn't just elevate, it takes flight. We aren't just a casino. We are the beginning of a new era. We are Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pasquayaki tribe.
Are you planning a home renovation? Getting quotes on windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, or flooring? Before you commit, visit the Window Depot and make sure you're not overpaying. The Window Depot is your one-stop shop for top quality products at the lowest prices. We're locally owned and operated with no installers and no middlemen, so you save big. Perfect for DIYers, contractors, and homeowners. Visit a location near you or shop online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Couple of bounces off to Burries. Fired over for Korchinkov. Fake left, drive right into the lane, jump it up and score it.
Korchinkov under control with that drive. Incredibly balanced as he stopped 6 feet from the rim and floated it to through.
Speaking of Ryan Hansen right there, our guy Fred Scheib checks in from New Jersey and says, agree on Ryan Hansen, shows class and some neutrality. Say that 10 times fast, 11:38. The local game announcers from UCLA, Utah State, especially Arkansas, were shameless shills for their team who whined about every call or non-call and were very negative about Arizona and everyone in general. Very hard to listen to them because they weren't doing play-by-play. They were just cheerleading. Fred, who always is concerned about the fouling, said that he felt like the Wildcats did an excellent job with that tonight. Pete, Bradley, 3, Mo and Burries and Deli, 2. Toby only had 1. 16 fouls for Arizona versus 26 for Arkansas. Wildcats shot 39 foul shots. Not making, but instead drawing fouls was crucial. Shot 77% on foul shots. That was a big key to the game.
It's just an SEC thing.
Yeah.
Because about 25 years ago, ESPN decided that the SEC would be the league they covered, right?
Right.
So when you see broadcasters talking up an SEC team and not doing the same for the other team, check to see what conference they come from. So obviously the Big 12 and the ESPN is an ESPN league as well.
Yeah.
But guys, I mean, ESPN is, and Kelvin, I mean, the SEC is ESPN these days. So when a team like Arkansas is in it, they're just sad Kentucky's not in it. But they're going to talk up Arkansas, and especially a guy like Cal. I mean, Coach Cal deserves so much respect and admiration. Obviously, you might not like his style. You might not like the 6 freshmen, 5 stars on a roster every single year. Personally, I'd rather see this Arizona team than that. Root for, some balance. But I'm not surprised when you hear a broadcast crew build up the opponent if they come from that conference.
All right, I do want to. We talked about Arizona will play Purdue now. Purdue beat Texas. We love the locker room chat. So let's go into Texas's locker room and hear what Sean Miller said to his guys after their loss tonight.
Again, I want to stamp this. I've never been more proud to be a part of a team, a coach of a team. I don't know if I've had a group that's ever come further in a short period of time than what we did. And we were playing at the highest level of college basketball. The difference between us playing Arizona for Final Four and Purdue is a matter of about 3 plays. All right? And nobody here should hang their head. The fight we fought is the one that I always want to be a part of. Always. And you guys set the tone for a very, very bright future. Not only for yourself, but for this program moving forward, and I'm forever grateful. I mean that. Okay? I appreciate you guys. You have given us everything. It's never been easy. Nobody ever gave us shit. We've been resilient from the start. But I'll tell you, man, everybody in here should really feel great about what we were able to become.
All right, that was Sean Miller after the ball game there talking to his guys in the clubhouse. They lost, however, by 2 points to the Purdue Boilermakers. But, again, heck of a run. It would have been fun to see a matchup between Arizona and Purdue, or Arizona and Texas, but not to happen this year around. It'll be the Wildcats and the Boilermakers.
That's why you shouldn't look at a bracket and talk about narratives in the Elite Eight. Everybody's talking about Mark Few and Tommy Lloyd. Everybody's talking about, Coach Miller and Arizona and all that stuff. It's so rarely, Kelvin, on day one when the bracket's released and you're looking, oh, man, this matchup in the Elite Eight is going to be so crazy. If you think gonna be, 9 times out of 10, the chances are we all know that 11 seed, especially a big school like Texas that just kind of limped into the tournament, but Coach Miller's going to get his guys to play. And with that style of defense, Kelvin, keeping guys out of the middle and forcing drivers into help, I mean, that's a NCAA tournament style of defense that Coach Sean Miller plays. So never surprised to see them go far. But turns out those narratives everybody's talking about when the brackets came out did not pan out.
Not at all. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's head back to the phones and hear from Doug in Tucson. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Thanks, guys. What's up? It's good to talk to you always, especially on a night when we've got a huge breakthrough after 11 long years of not being able to get past that barrier of the Sweet 16. And hopefully we're going to knock down another barrier here really soon. And talking about Sean Miller, I mean, he got us there a few times, and we've got to give him credit for that. 11 and 14 and 15, those are some great years too. But would have been crazy if it was us against him for a chance to go to the Final Four. When, some people say he might be the best coach that's never been there, and then of course our program hasn't been there in 25 years, so that would have been dramatic. But I'll tell you, without jumping, I'll jump back to our game in a second, but I'll just say that I hate Purdue. People talk all the time about Wisconsin and Illinois, but if you really research the history we've had with them, they've caused us a lot of pain. And I won't go over it all right now, but I would love to end their season on Saturday. I would absolutely just love it, probably more than anybody you guys know, because I really don't like that program. But so I just thought, this is tonight against Arkansas was just another one of many this year where we've beaten a program that had like a winning record against us. And I think we've talked about this already. I believe, we had a losing record against Florida, UConn, UCLA, Alabama, Auburn, Kansas, and Houston, and Arkansas. And we've got wins against all of them this year. So it's kind of like the revenge tour. And I'm pretty sure we have a losing record against Purdue also. So let's try to get them next. But I'll just say, like, for number one seed or any high seed premier program, that first weekend is really stressful because you got all the weight of past upsets and pressure, and you can almost do nothing right. You can only do something wrong in those setups. And so I feel like coming into today, I was pretty confident that we would see like the best version of this team that we've seen in a long time. And sure enough, that's what we got, because I felt like, the fear of losing was off, and now they can just go out there and play ball. And man, did they look good. I mean, we are top 5 in offensive and defensive efficiency, and it showed because we were hitting on both, on all cylinders on both ends of the court.
I'd said early on, Doug, I thought it was the best performance of the year by far.
Did you see the stat? We are the first team in NCAA tournament history to shoot 60% from the field, 60% from three, and make 30 or more free throws.
I did not see that one.
That's a pretty hot performance on offense. But, it obviously wasn't a perfect game. I mean, we still gave up 88 points, and that's, a little bit problematic. But, of course, the tempo was pretty fast. I think pregame we talked about, do we need to actually slow this game down? And I didn't think we shied away from that tempo at all. I'll trot out my word of the year again, versatility. This team can go fast. This team can go slow. We don't really care. We'll beat you at whatever your strength is. So, but I was unhappy with some of the defensive breakdowns, like those drive and dump offs for dunks.
Yeah.
They got us on, a handful of those. And I just felt like we had a chance there to, stay on our man instead of like bringing two guys over to guard the driver. But, Arkansas puts a lot of pressure on you. They're very athletic. They draw a lot of fouls just like we do. But yeah, overall, I mean, you really can't complain about, a performance like this.
Not much to like you mentioned. I said at the top, Doug, that was my biggest complaint, was the fact they maybe gave up a few too many easy dunks in the game. But there wasn't much else but that.
And why I didn't have a problem with the dunks, actually, because we didn't foul. I would have had a problem if we would have did the and one foul. They were, what they did good was they got all the way to the rim and jumped in the air and did that pass late. So as the backside defender, which are the guards, you want to dig in there and get that big, but how deep the guy was, it almost looked like he's finna throw it back out for the three, and you don't want the three to get going. So early in the game, they were able to get a couple of those off, and I thought that they adjusted to it, though, as the game went on.
You're absolutely right. We didn't see those in the second half the way we saw them early on. And, you know, me, I'm always talking about three-point defense, and you just can't take every possible thing away from an opponent,
right.
You know, a good team. And so, yeah, I was willing to give up some of those as well instead of the three. I totally agree with that. But, man, Mo Krivas was just a beast. I've said this a few times this year. I think this was his best game I've ever seen him play because he was just going up so strong for those rebounds. Like, he was squeezing the orange. He was not going to be denied. And then he was also finishing around the rim. I think you guys talked about that in the pregame too. Like it's not enough just to get into the paint and throw it up in the direction of the rim. You know, remember against was it Utah State? I think we were 5 for 21 inside the paint in the first half. Was it?
Yeah.
And so yeah, just finishing at the rim. And J-Dub, you'd appreciate some of the history I was thinking about. Like I feel like the center position is the one where I've seen the biggest growth from so many players through the decades. You know, when you think about like Sean Rooks and AJ Bramlett and Channing Frye and Koloko and Umar Ballo and Visar and Krivas, like these guys are all, you know, guys that have made huge leaps during their career. Have you seen that too, J-Dub?
Yeah, I mean, if you call Jordan Hill a center, that's my favorite one, right? Because remember, like Jordan Hill is a freshman and Jordan Hill is a sophomore, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, the thing about this particular coaching staff, Kelvin, is these guys value the big. Just go look at everything they did up there in Spokane and all those great NBA level bigs that they had up there. So first and foremost, you got to have a system that's going to reward bigs for clearing space out in the paint. And obviously what Coach Lloyd is doing, especially with the high-low and stuff. But yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Mo Krivas came in as a good offensive player around the rim. His footwork is a little suspect. Definitely need to put some weight on. But I didn't see much defense in those first stretches when he was as a freshman. But right now, I mean, he's every bit one of the top 10 defenders in the nation. So the amount of growth from that position. And Kelvin, how hard is that? I mean, you've been around a lot of young bigs in your life. How hard is that, you know, for those guys to really bear down and focus on those tiny little details to make sure that they can do what they need to do on the block?
Well, a lot of times it's very hard for that to happen especially when they're already superstars. So what do I have to do? I could just be myself. I think when he got injured, he had to sit down and look at it and look at the game from the sideline, a lot like the way that Bryce is having to look at it as a red shirt. You have to look at it, and then you're getting coached up and trained up, and you're more open to listening because you ain't coming off a lot of success, being on the sideline. So so I just think that he just really listened to the coaching and everything, and he's put himself in a position now where he actually could be an NBA player. But before I was a little suspect of that, but because you don't see a lot of the bigs in the NBA, looking for scoring out of those guys. But now that he seems like he can play defense and he can come off and help and wall up and different things, I think he's earning more and more money and diving on the floor. Showing ridiculous effort. I mean, he did it again.
Yeah.
It's not fake. It's not fake. Fake is like you accidentally do it one time. No, every time he get on the floor, he gets the ball.
Congratulations on your upgrade. Congratulations on upgrading your game now. Go guard Embiid and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have for him, though. But I mean, I was really happy to see that he actually didn't have to play down the stretch too much. Like he got a lot of rest at the end of that game. So hopefully he'll be pretty fresh come Saturday. And he's going to be a pretty tough guy for Purdue to deal with, I would think. By the way, I saw a graph on social media showing the defensive rating for all 16 teams in the Sweet 16. Do you guys know which one was the very worst?
No.
Purdue.
I think Arkansas was pretty far towards the bad end.
Purdue.
But there was Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue's been bandied about as being the worst defensive efficiency team that's left for a minute now. That's right. Not new. They are not a very good defensive team.
Yeah, I would hunt that little guard.
Yeah. Some of that is skewed because they were playing. How
many times did they play Michigan, right?
But ever since they started the Big Ten tournament, they've been pretty lights out. But I like our chances. I think it could be a pretty similar game to what we had today. Except they're going to put a lot more pressure on from the perimeter than I think Arkansas did. Arkansas has got so many good drivers and just taking guys, putting ball pressure at the rim, that sort of thing. But yeah, with this bracket, it actually might be up to us to prevent an all Big 12 Final Four, because Illinois versus Iowa, one of them is definitely one. Michigan's favored to win their region, and then Michigan State has been looking pretty darn good. So
Hey.
let's make sure that doesn't happen.
All Big Ten Final Four would be very polite. All SEC Final Four or even Big 12 Final Four, you might get some noise. I think a little bit more noise from the fan base. I mean, they've been playing some great basketball. I mean, we talk about the Big 12 being the best conference. I know SEC last year because they had the most bids in tournament history.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, I mean, the Big Ten is not just Michigan, right? There's a lot of really good teams.
There was debate a lot during the season about when we talk about the best conference, and there were a lot of people that believed it was the Big Ten from top to bottom.
Purdue was number one to start the year, right? Preseason?
I think so.
Yeah, they were. Let's not forget, though, that last year Big Ten was pretty horrible in the tournament. So it's not like they just dominate every year. But, yeah, they've definitely – I don't know if it was matchups or what, but they've had a hell of a tournament.
It helps when Nebraska wins games, right? For the first time ever.
Yeah, I mean, and who saw Iowa coming? Like, I've hardly paid any attention to them all
Nobody.
year. And now they're in the Elite Eight. That's crazy. But just two last things real quick. I want to just give Coach Lloyd and the team so much credit for avoiding the distractions, or at least apparently they've avoided distractions. I just never understand why fans get so, hyped up into all the talk about coaching carousel and, what are the players going to be doing after the season, and then, revisiting the demons from painful losses years and years ago, like right when we're playing the biggest games of the season. You can talk about all that after the season, but I don't know. It just drives me nuts. Like, let's just stay focused, like Tommy says. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
As I've said to you in the past, my friend, it's because people are addicted to having their comments shared, having their comments liked, and that's what that is that saving cats out of trees doesn't get you shared a million times. It's talking nonsense, and it's talking about bad memories, and it's talking about where Tommy Lloyd's going to coach next year. That's what gets the clicks. And so I think a lot of that is just sensationalism, just to try to get as much attention as possible. So I hope, and I'd like to think that the average Arizona men's basketball fan doesn't act that way. That they're happy in the moment of this team. Because, guys, we're going to be talking about this team years from now, right? This is like one of those once in a minute teams that just kind of all comes together. It's not just their skill level, and it's not just the physicality, it's how well they play together as a team. To this day, the 87-88 team to me had the most cohesion of any team I've ever seen wear a Wildcat jersey, right? And those are the teams that you remember, those teams that love each other, that love setting each other up, those teams that get 6 players with 14 points for the first time ever in NCAA history.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my dad was an old-time newspaper reporter, like classic newspaper reporter in the 60s or whatever. And he used to say, like, dog bites man is not a headline, but if man bites dog, that's a headline. I think that's kind of a common phrase in hardcore journalism. And it's the same idea, even going back decades. Like, people don't care about the ordinary stuff. They want the sensational story. They want some, they're just not satisfied with, let's see who won the basketball game. They got to have some kind of juice built around it. And I'm not like that. Just, we're playing in the Elite Eight on Saturday, for gosh sakes. And and we're trying to hang up another banner in McHale. So that's my focus.
Same, like the real drama around us is enough to get some juice off of without creating fake drama, right?
Yeah, don't you think? But guys, the last thing I just want to do is a little bit of a somber note. There's this gentleman that I used to always say hi to at McHale Center, a real nice guy, and unfortunately he passed. I just wanted to just shout out into the ether, rest in peace to Bud Enorio. He sat for years right across from the U of A bench. Really good guy, and his wife Sharon is going to be at his memorial. Obviously, I'll be going to the memorial tomorrow, and I just want to wish the family the best. Great U of A fans, and I'm sorry he didn't get to see this tournament run. So rest in peace, Bud.
But I'm sorry, last name again was what, Doug?
Enorio, Inorio.
Okay.
And I think he was actually the grandfather of Drew Riggleman, the punter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Really nice guy, just a good guy. I'd see him at baseball games. And I think his first name was actually Tony, but we all knew him as Bud.
Right.
Yeah, real good guy. Anyway, so bear down to him and bear down to everybody else. Let's stay laser focused, and we'll get it. Let's get it done on Saturday.
There we go. Doug, appreciate you as always.
Bear down.
Bear down.
All right. Apparently, CBS Sports' John Rothstein caught up with Desiree Reed-Francois, the athletics director at the University of Arizona, today. And this is what she told him about the future of Tommy Lloyd at Arizona. Tommy has done a phenomenal job. He's one of the best coaches in America. We have been engaged with his representatives about a new contract since before the start of the NCAA tournament. Those discussions will continue, and it's our goal that he retires as a Wildcat. That is what athletics director Desiree Reed-Francois said to CBS Sports college basketball writer John Rothstein.
Look, we all love Desiree Reed-Francois and Kelvin. If somehow Coach Lloyd wasn't here for the next 20 years, Lute Olson style, like, that would be, the fans want that, right? I mean, you talk about a guy who's family first, says all the right things, team build. You want, your players have, you give your players the ability to be themselves within the system, give them, cachet, give them the ability to like have a say in all of it. I mean, it's just the perfect system. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about coaches going places until news breaks of coaches going places. I'm not a speculative kind of person. But, yeah, of course, Desiree, behind the scenes, even if he just had a contract extension, what's it, still 5 years, right, for the Board of Regents is the limit?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
His second year of 5 years.
You can't sign a coach. You can't sign any public employee in Arizona to longer than a 5-year contract. That's the way it's been for a long time.
Right.
So, yeah, re-up every year as far as I'm concerned.
109-88, the final score. Arizona knocks off Arkansas. Wildcats are in the Sweet 16. They have already updated the board, the wall at McHale Center. It has now 26 on it underneath the listed Elite Eights. This will be the 12th. So I got, Jaden Bradley. I know they don't really do that anymore, where the guys announce all the stuff, right. But. So I guess that would be Jaden Bradley, 12 Elite Eights. He would maybe him or Toby. Toby would kind of bring that Luke Walton 4 Final Four.
Yeah, Toby got the voice
Toby
for
would
it.
have 12 Elite Eights. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get a break in here. We'll come back. We'll review our keys to the game, and still got the scoreboard and a little bit more for you. 109-88, you're listening to Wildcats Radio, 1290 as we turn the clock from Thursday to Friday.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Ready to update your kitchen, create a spa-inspired bathroom, or a backyard oasis? Put the equity in your home to work for you with a home equity line of credit from Hughes. Borrow between $10,000 and $250,000 and enjoy flexible terms and no prepayment penalties. With Hughes Federal Credit Union's one-rate guarantee, there's no switching rates based on your credit score. All our members get our same low rate. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Certain restrictions apply.
It's a full court press this March at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Join our $1 million March Mania promotion for your shot at $1 million with your bracket picks. Or win $100,000 with a perfect prop card now through April 6th. Swipe your Club Soul card daily for a free drawing entry. Plus, every 200 slot and table points is an additional entry. Then join us April 6th for the grand finale drawing, only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pasquayaki tribe.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, choose a genuine local Tucson company, Done Right Services. With decades of trusted experience and upfront pricing, Done Right Services treats every customer like a valued neighbor. From upgrades to urgent repairs, our licensed professionals deliver quality, care, and craftsmanship you can count on, getting it done right. Call Done Right Services today at 520-369-3966 because you deserve it done right.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's new?
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio.
All the Scratch and Dent merchandise has its own new studio.
There were so many Scratch and Dent discounted items. Now they have a place of their own.
I love it. A whole Scratch and Dent studio right next to Tucson Appliance. They don't look like Scratch and Dent,
but it shows in the low prices.
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. Proud local supporters of the Southern Arizona Heartball. Only at Tucson Appliance where you are a priority.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is in the air and our warm temperatures are about to turn hot. Now is the time to take advantage of pre-summer savings before the hot summer weather. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is offering 5-year, no-interest financing on the installation of green HVAC systems, OAC. Call now for your free estimate, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SCORE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SCORE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SCORE.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids chewables provide fast relief for common stomach issues, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids chewables. Fast relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at iccu.com. A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Pete comes out to set a screen. Bradley kick it back to Koa. Pete to the free throw line. Inside Awaka, wide open, slam it home.
What vision from Koa Pete. A lazy dribble, and he knew Koa Pete would run to the rim.
Yeah, great court awareness by Koa Pete. He just continues to shine in this postseason for your Arizona Wildcats, who win at 109-88 over the Arkansas Razorbacks to advance to their 12th Elite Eight. Koa Pete, 21 points. That was one of his 2 assists. The Wildcats had 19 assists in the ballgame. 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from the line for Koa Pete. The only one thing, maybe if there's one other nitpick, is that they continue, in the bigs in particular, Toby and Motias. Motias went 6 of 9. Toby was 6 of 10. So again, 12 of 19. You'll take that. But they do miss short. And I go back to what Yvonne was saying, that his his dad taught him about free throws. He's like, you should, don't ever miss short, miss long. And I'm wondering if you guys think that goes as well for some of those jump hook shots that we see from Koa and Motiez, because they tend to leave those short. And I would almost rather them miss long than miss short on those.
Well, I know a lot of time as a shooter, a lot of time they tell us to shoot to the back of the rim, but most of us shoot over the front of the rim and to the middle. And so when you're aiming some of those hook shots, a lot of time it hits on the front. It's a nice touch and everything, because a lot of time when it hits the back, it's almost like a brick, right? So it bounces off the rim. So I don't know, man. I think it's one of those things, you're not going to make all the shots, man. You just want to get good shots. And then sometimes they're going to fall and sometimes it's going to miss. But with those good shots, I think you're in position to offensive rebound, which this team is really good at. So, yeah, that's what I think about it.
Yeah, I think to your point, TK, ideally you want to get it up on the rim so it's soft enough that it might be able to roll in, right? And that whole thing, front rim. And with those hook shots, especially the one Awaka missed about a foot short late in that game, remember that one?
Yeah.
That's because he got bumped off his line. And so if you're in the motion, the thing about a hook shot is you're generally going, 1 foot? So right-handed, you're going off your left foot, Kelvin. That's not a 2-foot jump stop. Who does a 2-foot jump stop hook? Nobody, right? So it's usually off of 1 foot. Your balance isn't great. So I think Toby got a little bit pushed off his line on that hook. I think with Mo, he does one of two things. He either goes too quick or he holds the ball a little bit too long. And that one hook he had that was a little bit short, I think they made the move a little bit too quick. And Kelvin, to me, that's a young man who's been doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled, right? I mean, he's seen so much defensive attention recently. I think when Moteus Krivas does have a chance to look at the rim on the block, he's going to. He's trying to be aggressive down there. But it's tough, when you're getting doubled, and that one hook he missed short, he had two guys around him. So, yeah, like Kelvin said, to me, DK, I don't care about made or missed. Made or missed shots, I got no care in the world about making or missing shots. I care about what shots you're taking. I care about where on the court you're taking them, and I care about when on the shot clock you're taking them. So if you're taking a jump shot from 25 feet, 20 seconds left on the shot clock, go sit on the bench as far as I'm concerned. But if you're taking a good shot within the flow of the offense, short, long, or otherwise, you just trust your mechanics and the time you spent in Richard Jefferson Gymnasium, and more often than not, those are going to go down.
All right, 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. Let's head back out to San Jose and hear from Ivan Karchinkov with Mackenzie Hamilton.
Congratulations, you guys are headed to the Elite Eight. What are the emotions like right now?
Great. Go home, get dinner, and prepare for Purdue.
One game at a time, one mentality, I like it. But this game, you guys dropped 54 points in the first half. What was the game plan going into this one, and how did you guys execute it so fast and so efficiently?
Playing together as a team, going one side to another side, and then they're gonna be gappy in the gaps. Just make an easy play, don't force anything, and we just hit a couple shots and rebounded and finished really good today.
Yeah, you guys were 64% from the field. Was there any point before this game, maybe practices leading up pre-game, that you realized your team was feeling hot?
It's tough to tell, it's especially in shoot around, you shoot alone by yourself, no pressure. Now it's really game time in front of fans, and some against defenders. And we could even score more if you would have hit a couple more free throws. I didn't thought about it, but it was one of those days where everything was falling.
Can you talk about the defensive game plan against Arkansas and how you guys were able to limit them, a team that's been averaging 95 points in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, we watched their film. We knew who their main players are, what their main plays are, and we just tried to be disruptive as much as possible, not to get them easy shots. We knew they're going to make some tough shots, but we just knew that after they make a tough shot, they have to make the tough shot 3 or 4 times, and that didn't happen.
As Arkansas was late in the game, getting visually frustrated, also applying a high press, what was the communication amongst the team?
It was like a breaking point. I feel like it was 2 breaking points. The first one was when the guy had to over the back foul and bounced the ball up high. So then I was like, okay, nice, they're about to break. And then 24, he shoved me a little bit, and then I knew they're done for it. But I kind of like it, when they show, frustration, because it's like, you did everything right, and they even show it, and it's great. I don't know. I just like the feeling.
Well, it's fun to watch you guys tonight. Congrats on this one. We'll see you in the Elite 8 Saturday.
See you. Thank you.
All right, that was Mackenzie Hamilton with Ivan Karchinkov after the game. Ivan Karchinkov, a big ball game for him, 15 points, 5 assists as the Wildcats win it 109-88. Let's head back to the phones, 520-848-1290. We'll talk to you as long as you want to talk to us. And Amy Burton is on the phone. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
Do you
What
have to
a
be in
great
school
win.
in the morning? Are you have to be in school? Are you still at Micah Mountain?
Oh, you forgot I retired.
That's right. I couldn't remember if you. I thought you did. Yes. So you don't have to go to school in the morning.
I don't have to. I get to sleep in.
There you go.
Unlike
man.
a lot of people.
All right. I wish I could sleep in.
Oh, yeah. You guys need it. You've been putting in the hours.
Yes,
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's for sure.
Well, I just have to say, number one, I'm so excited and so happy that they won tonight. But I am incredibly surprised that it was a blowout and not a closer game. I thought it was going to be a closer game. And it was so nice to be able to breathe through this game and not get so stressed out.
Right? I mean, that was the beauty of it. It's like no stress
my gosh,
tonight.
It was beautiful. I know. It was great. And I was at Galaxy Theaters watching it on the big screen. I thought I died and gone to basketball heaven with my favorite Moscato glass of wine and watching this game, and the Wildcats just kicked some Razorback butt.
Now, was that Galaxy Theaters out in Vail had it on the movie screens?
Well,
Or is that...
it's Broadway and Houghton.
Oh, okay.
Is where they're located, and yeah, they've been. I guess they've hosted all three, and I didn't even realize. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I've got to go do this," and it was amazing. So I'll be there Saturday again.
We'll have to get some of those because I think there's a number of. We might have to do that on the show tomorrow. I think today, I should say. There's a number of places I think that are showing the games on the movie screens. I think they're doing that at Roadies or the Roadhouse as well.
Yes, I did hear that they were doing it the last game. I couldn't make it for Sunday's game at Galaxy, and I thought, I'm going for sure.
So
tonight.
you're saying we could sit in a lounge chair and drink a margarita and watch the men's basketball game?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and you want to hear the best part?
So what type of crowd? Was it a lot of people there?
The theater was half full.
Okay.
And it's free at Galaxy.
Oh, wow.
To get in.
Free, okay.
Oh, hell yeah. It was great.
That's awesome. I remember going.
And they're
I remember
awesome at
covering.
Galaxy.
I remember a couple years ago, the one up in Oro Valley showed the football national championship game, and I went up there because I was still on TV at the time, and I did my news that night up there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to watch a big time sporting event in a movie theater.
It was pretty awesome, I have to say. And then the next fun thing I did, it's been a little while, was it was when Wicked came out, and we were going to see Wicked at Galaxy, but us girls met at Hop's Bar, sports bar, right next to Galaxy. And they had every TV on in the bar on the Wildcats game.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. And we won, but I had to wait until the final to make sure nobody was coming. And I don't remember who we were playing, but then I went over to watch Wicked with my friends. I said, I can't leave. I got to make sure the Wildcats win before I go see a movie.
Priorities, right? Priorities.
Oh, yes. So I thought that was great, but man, seeing it on the big screen was awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
And everybody cheering and clapping every time they made a basket, a free throw, you name it. We were pumped up.
All right, how many are we going to win by on Saturday, Amy?
Oh, I don't care as long as we win.
As long as you go.
And we got a payback. So come on, baby, let's go Wildcats. I would like to be able to breeze through that one, but I think it's going to be closer.
Yeah. You know it is.
Yeah, the further a team that you follow gets in the NCAA tournament, the more pressure you have at home watching, for sure.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And I can't imagine how they feel because I'm stressed out just as a fan. So I don't know how they do it.
No, this team doesn't seem to be stressed by much of anything.
No, they don't. It's amazing. As young as they are, wow. I'm so impressed by that. Mm-hmm. And I just love the way they play together as a team. 6 guys in double figures. Who does that?
Yeah.
Our Wildcats. Woo!
Yeah, 97,
It's
right?
fun to watch.
Was the last time they said that had happened.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they said 1997 is the last time that a team had 6 players in double figures. And they also said, Amy, that tonight was the first time ever that all 4 starters scored 14 or more for an NCAA tournament team, ever. So that just goes to the same point of sharing sharing the ball and everybody getting a chance to do some damage. And how do you stop that? Because, you know, they're all five of those guys can find a way to get to the hoop.
It's amazing. It's really incredible the way they share the ball. I don't think I've ever seen a team do it quite like this. So they are just amazing and fun to watch. And maybe now, I know they won't because there's such bias on the West Coast, but especially for Arizona. But I'm tired of hearing about these one-player teams that's all they have. And so far, they're done.
Yeah.
So
that's all they know how to market these days. They only know how to market superstars, right? And so it's unfortunate.
I
it's
know.
unfortunate for those talking heads in a lot of the national places that they just go individual, talking points, individual. And then a team comes along and all 5 guys you could talk about, right? But they don't, there's no and again, look at the All-American lists, first, second, and third team All-Americans, right? I mean, it just goes to show like how much balance and talent there's on this Arizona team. If you took any of these 5 starters, Amy, and put them on a lower tier Division I team, I mean, Kelvin, they're all 2010 guys, right? I mean, all these guys could put up those kind of numbers, but they're sacrificing their own stats for the benefit of the team.
For the team and the win. And that, to me, that's just a huge difference. So it's just, I love it. I'm so proud of them.
Let's hope we can, regardless of what happens Saturday, we're going to be proud of them. But we sure would like to be proud of them in Indianapolis.
Even more. That's right.
Amy, always
on a wing, a hope, and a prayer.
There you go. Always appreciate hearing from you.
Well, I love listening to you guys pre and post. I always have it on.
Well, we thank you so much for being a loyal listener.
Thank you, guys. I hope you get some sleep and go Wildcats and bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.
Indeed. 520-848-1290 is the number. Let's find out what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win today. And then we will update you on your scoreboard. A few games today, a few games tomorrow. Major League Baseball started tonight. All of that will be courtesy of Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers.
How did our keys to the game go for your Wildcats? Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, who went first? I think it was J-Dub went first.
I think it might have been you.
All right.
Let's check.
Well, you're the producer, so you just I think pace is going to be important tonight. Don't let Arkansas make this a track meet. And in fact, I heard something interesting from Ryan Hansen. If you head on over to our website, Wildcats Radio 1290, we've got a preview he and Brian did. And he said he almost would like to see the Wildcats slow things down on offense and make Arkansas have to play some defense in this game. So that's an interesting fact in terms of the pace. Force half-court offense, make Arkansas execute when they've got the basketball as well. So maybe we might not see a high, quote, scoring game, depending on how the Wildcats choose to do that. Obviously, you got to shut off the engine, and that's Darius Acuff. Throw bodies at this guy. Just make him. And you can't make it easy off of picks tonight. Got to make him take tough shots and not allow him to get those easy shots in the paint. And the Wildcats, as we talked about, have the size advantage. They've got the depth advantage, I think, in this game. As J-Dub has mentioned, they only played 6 guys last time out, did Arkansas. The Wildcat, I'd like to see Dwayne get a little bit more run, especially if Anthony is struggling tonight. Anthony struggled in that game against Utah State, and I thought that, Dwayne came out, was very aggressive, took that first shot, but never got back in there. And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask if I'd gotten a chance to ask Tommy, is why he didn't think there was an opportunity to get Dwayne Aristote back in that game. But use your depth in this game. I think that's going to be important, especially if you've got guys that aren't performing. If Anthony struggles, get Dwayne in there and let Dwayne have some run. His length, I think, at the defensive end could be a real asset for this team tonight. Dominate the glass, contain Darius, control the pace, and I think Arizona is playing in the Elite Eight on Saturday. Well, it turned into a much more higher scoring game than we thought that it would, and they didn't necessarily run per se. They just scored really easily out of the half court sets, which kind of helped the Wildcats drive up those numbers into the 100 range. I saw also that this is the second highest scoring game in the NCAA tournament for the Wildcats, the 109 points. I'm trying to find what the other score was, but I have not been able to do that thus far. Darius did get his, but he had to take 19 shots to get to that 28 points. He did get to the line 14 times, so he was effective in that realm for Arkansas tonight. And the boards were pretty much even, as we mentioned earlier, from the sheer standpoint that the Wildcats just did not miss a ton of shots in this game. Next up.
Yeah, no, the guy said slow the ball down. No, you want to push the ball. They only play 5 or 6 or maybe 7 guys. So you want to push the ball. If you don't have a score, bring it back out, then run your offense is what they usually do. But, yeah, you want to push it at them so you can wear their legs down so you can take away some of that shooting ability late game. But, the first thing I like to say is 40-minute game. Whether you up 20, down 20, Arkansas is going to continue to come if they're down. And if they're up 20, I believe that you can catch up with them because I think that no matter what, they're going to be aggressive. So, yeah, maybe it's a 40-minute game to get to that next round. You have to control the defensive boards. I think that they do a good job of offensive rebounding. You don't want to give them extra 3-point shots. And then on defense, you got to be smart on defense. You don't want to get in foul trouble, get them into one-on-one, get a cuff, and Thomas easy scoring opportunities from the free throw line. So be smart about how you play defense.
They did get 9 offensive boards in this game. My pest, Malik Ewan, he had one heck of a put-back one-handed dunk.
Yeah, that was like number 2 on SportsCenter. Even after the L.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, even after the L. That's like,
I'm looking at it right now. Boom, right there. Right?
It reminded me of Derek Williams.
Speaking of the devil, is right on there.
Reminded me of Derek Williams, that one odd-angled one with the lefty. Like that dunk did not look, Kelvin, when he caught it, like he was going to be able to put that much force behind it, right? It looked like there's no way, but the way it was cocked in one motion, rebound into, those dunks that go straight down, right? Like that was with some power.
I just thought overall, man, the Wildcats just had their number.
And my keys tonight versus Arkansas are really simple. Number 1, you got to go inside to Mo Krivas. I think you got to establish Mo on the block. Really important to make sure that you dominate that paint. Number 2, go inside to Toby Awaka. I think it's really important that you get Toby the ball, especially when he clears out space on the inside. And my third key is to go inside to Koa Pete. Because guess what, guys? This front line for Arkansas can't match the strength and size that Arizona has. Use your strengths against their weaknesses. So smaller guys on the inside, athletic shot blockers, but you can impose your will down there. Obviously, you got to dominate the glass. I think if Arizona wins the glass battle, the rebounding battle by 10 or 15, I think they walk away with this game. And as you guys both said, a big key for me is keeping the turnovers down. You need to make sure that you're really smart with the ball, especially no live ball turnovers. Do not pass the ball cross court and allow one of those quick guards to intercept it and get an easy bucket on the other side. Arizona's half-court defense is great. One of the 5 best half-court defenses in America. Make sure that you do not have loose turnovers at half-court that allow the Razorbacks to get to get out in the open transition. And those are my keys today to get to the Elite Eight.
49 points from Krivas, Pete, and Awaka.
It was early too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it felt like, 8 out of the first 10 plays, other than 1-3, were all right at the rim, right? Like they do that every single game. But sometimes, like, look at the Utah State film, right? That's a team and a defensive style that makes it difficult with the collapsing nature of it and the, meshing zone to man-to-man principles. Sometimes, Kelvin, it's hard to feed the post against teams like that because they're in the passing lanes before the pass gets out there. This was not that. I mean, Arkansas was trying to do a lot of straight-up stuff, and there's just no way you can match unless you have a 7'2" guy who's 260, unless you got a guy off the bench who's 6'9" and 260. Like the size and athleticism Arizona brings across that front line and the purpose that they go in there to finish and to get rebounds over dudes. Unless you can match that, you have to do something junky. You have to bring a second body. And I just didn't think Arkansas could match up with them. And sure enough, I mean, that first 10 minutes, it just felt like every single bucket when they started out 11 out of 15 to start the game, that most every bucket for Arizona was right at the rim.
All right, that's what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win against the Arkansas Razorbacks, and they did.
Those were today's keys to the game. They're brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
109-88, the final, and we'll be back on Saturday again. So we've gotten the directives from the voice of the Wildcats, Brian Jeffries. Network time on Saturday will be 5:30 for the game, so they'll do a short. Well, they'll do because there's only one game, so it'll likely. Although it is the second game of that day, so there is a possibility.
But they're in two different buildings, right?
Yeah, but they still could if the early game goes long. They still might slide the start time.
They could, but there's a mandatory 30-minute wait between when you have multiple games in the same building on the same day. That's when you are guaranteed to get a slide if there's a lot of fouls called.
So they'll go on the air at 5:30, which means we will be on the air at 2:30 in the afternoon, 2:30 on Saturday for Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, the Elite Eight. Kelvin, final thoughts?
Man, easy work, man. I mean, you don't want to call it that, but yeah, Arkansas, again, when I scouted them, seen a lot of 90-point giving up 90 points, gave up 100 points another time in the year, and I just thought, man, you think about the guys that Arizona had, just didn't think they had much of a chance. I said in the pregame show, I said at least 10 or more points, so wasn't expecting, a full 20. But, yeah, man, I just thought the guys played well, man, and it just seems like they got more to do. It just seemed like they're not happy. It seemed like they're locked in. Man, it just seemed like I'm watching history, man. As I'm watching the games, I'm like, wow, this could be the team,
Right.
I'm looking at the Purdue, and I'm like, yeah, I respect them, but, man, this seems lined up for Arizona right here. So, man, I'm just pretty excited and giddy. It's kind of a cool thing. Brings me back to thinking about the 97 times, just thinking that we might have a chance to, win a championship.
All right, well, we will come back on Saturday with a chance to go to the Final Four for the first time in 25 years. We'll see you then, Kelvin. All right, that is the captain. Before we go to break, let's head back out to San Jose and hear from the captain now, Jaden Bradley with Mackenzie Hamilton.
JB, you're headed to the Elite Eight. How good does that sound?
Man, it's crazy. The season went fast. Just happy to be in this position, very blessed. We did a great job. Shout out to Coach Murphy, did a great job with the scout. We know we got a tough opponent, tough task, but we'll go recover, steady up, and just excited to be in this position.
You dropped 14 tonight. What lanes were you seeing through that Arkansas defense out there?
Our bigs did a great job creating space. They were mixing up the ball screen coverages, just reading. Shout out to the bigs and the wings and stuff for creating space, creating gaps, and just making easy plays.
Your team had 6 players average in double digits scoring tonight. How does that make your job easier and enable your game as a point guard?
Man, that's always great when you're spreading the wealth. everybody's getting love, everybody's getting a little bit of shine, and it just shows how unselfish we play, how we take care of each other, and it's showing right now. It's always good when you get a lot of players in double figures. You know, they don't know where to trap and all that stuff, and so we just got to keep it going.
As Arkansas late in the game was getting visually frustrated, applying high press, what are you telling your teammates?
You know, the game's not over. It's March. Seeing people come back from crazy deficits. So we just got to keep composure, keep getting better with the press breaks. We're going to, down the line, if teams need to come back, you know, they're going to put on some presses, so we got to be able to handle that on all different types of presses we're seeing. So just get better handling that stuff.
Your team shot 64% from the field, 62% from the three. Was there any point leading up to this game that you realized your team was feeling pretty hot?
You know, offensively, I just feel like we had it flowing. Everybody, like you said, a lot of people in double figures. We're getting low post touches. Big Mo, Koa, Toby, handling it down there. Then they had the double team. We're getting kick out threes. Deli's getting wide open threes. Braden's getting wide open threes. We're getting to the free throw line. So we just had everything clicking, and you know, it was just a great job.
Complete.
All right, that was Jaden Bradley after the ball game with Mackenzie Hamilton. When we come back, we'll get our final timeout here. And when we come back, we'll hear one more from the locker room, Anthony Del Orso. 109-88, the final score. Arizona
Oreo,
knocks off Arkansas. Yeah, what did
Cal was like
Cal
talking.
said, yeah, what did he say?
So
Dorio or something?
Calipari was talking about the whole roster for Arizona. He's like, and what about that Oreo guy? And I'm like, my brain could not figure out what he was talking about. I'm like, he must be talking about Del Orso.
Yeah.
It's the only name that even is close to that.
That was so funny. I was like, what did
Remember
he
2
just
weeks
say?
ago we were trying to figure out a nickname? Hey.
Yeah, Dorio. So funny. Yeah, when I heard that, I laughed so hard, for sure. All right, let's get our final break in. We'll come back. We'll hear from Dorio and give you your scoreboard. 109-88, Arizona over Arkansas. U of A back in the Elite Eight for the first time since 2015. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Life's busy. Errands, kids, work, the I-10 grind. Who's got time to sit at a detail shop?
That's why Recon Auto Detailing comes to me. Mobile detailing keeps my car spotless without losing a minute of my day.
From mobile washes to in-shop ceramic coatings, tint, and paint protection, we're Tucson's one-stop shop for keeping your ride looking new. Convenience, care, confidence, that's Recon Auto Detailing. Ceramic Pro West, Tucson.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Just one game separates Arizona basketball from a return to the Final Four.
Burries wide open. 3-ball from Braden. Arizona onto the Elite Eight. They'll face the Purdue Boilermakers here in San Jose on Saturday.
We've got 3 hours of pregame coverage, 2 hours of postgame breakdown, wrapped around the call of the game from Hall of Fame voice Brian Jeffries and analyst Ryan Hansen. Your home for the Arizona Wildcats is Wildcats Radio 1290.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Ogden Nation.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live,
It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Why do I spend so much time educating our youth about financial wellness? I have seen the fire ignite inside of young adults when I show them how the power of compound investing can change their futures. This is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and I'm committed to affecting change with our youth. An idea for all of you listening today: gift a Roth IRA contribution for the holidays or birthdays for your kids and grandkids. Contact our office at 520-719-1433 for guidance and details. The change begins with us.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Discover your perfect vehicle at Cactus Auto, Tucson's trusted destination for certified pre-owned cars for over 30 years. They offer a wide range of certified pre-owned vehicles featuring the brands and models you love. Their finance experts are here to provide you with top dollar trade-in offers and help you find the best financing options, regardless of your credit history. With approved credit, enjoy no payments for up to 90 days. Trust Cactus Auto for quality, affordable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, all backed by incredible savings and a 7-day exchange guarantee. Visit cactusauto.com.
Morning begins in the Rincon Foothills. Rocking K, a master-planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature, a community by design.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday Postgame Show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Top tries the lane, kick it right corner. Del Orso for 3, high off the rim and good. He got the shooter's roll on it, and Deli puts down his first Lex of Tucson Charity 3.
One of 2 threes Anthony Del Orso made on the night in a 109-88 win by your Wildcats over the Arkansas Razorbacks. So this is actually a good test. This shows a really good test for next week, J-Dub, because we will be in Indianapolis if the Wildcats qualify for the Final Four. But the interesting thing is that the plan is to fly into Cincinnati and drive to Indianapolis. It's about an hour and 45 minutes, kind of similar to Phoenix to Tucson. Right. It was way cheaper to fly into Cincinnati. The problem is that I'm scheduled to fly out at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. So let's just do the math right now. Because tonight was a perfect example. Right now it's 3:40 in the East. Initially when I booked it, I thought Indianapolis was in Central Time Zone, right? But they're in the Eastern Time Zone. So my out time, I'm thinking, is probably going to be 3:30 next weekend, because it's if I got to drive 2 hours, I want to be back at the airport by no later than 5:30. So yeah, I was I started doing the math in my head. I'm like, wow, because the game, I think the last year's championship game started at 5:50. And you got to figure if, it's going to be very similar tonight, where we might not get the show until after midnight Eastern time. So it could be very interesting. Making that 7 a.m. flight out of Cincinnati on the Tuesday after the national championship game. If the Wildcats win, I may have to tap out, and y'all may have to just go however long that y'all want to go.
Whatever we got to do, right? As long as the cooler heads prevail, that's what we need.
So I did find, finally, it took me forever. I found all the scores for the tournament games for Arizona.
Yeah.
So this is the most points they've ever scored in the modern era that you talked about on the show, since it went to 64 teams.
Right.
So 109. They did have 114. So the year that they made the regional final, the first year, the Snowden year, 76.
Those teams scored a lot.
Yeah, that was the famed 114-109 win over UNLV at Poly Pavilion prior to them losing in the regional final to UCLA. So that's the all-time record in terms of the NCAA tournament. So this would be number 2. They've had some games where they've scored over 100.
Yeah, the late 80s teams, I think, had a few hundred games.
They had, well, actually, I don't know that. No, they actually, the next one after that is 2001. In the first round, they beat Eastern Illinois 101-76.
Late 80s, it was every time they saw the Trojans, they scored 100 points. It wasn't in the NCAA tournament. Right.
2017, 182 over North Dakota. That was in the first round. And then that's it. And then tonight, 109. So they've only scored over 100 points 4 times in the NCAA tournament. And this is the first time they've done it in the modern era. So there you go.
You got to be humming on offense and playing against a suspect. Is that a proper term to use?
Something like that.
Less than great defense in Arkansas.
All right, let's hear one more interview from Mackenzie Hamilton chatting with Anthony Del Orso after the ball game.
Complete dominant performance by your team. What aspect of that game, that performance, that win did you like most?
Just how we were able to get inside, put foul pressure, get to the rim, get shots on our terms. I think we spoke about that all week. We wanted to just, get inside and play our normal game, and I think, we did that to a T.
And then the second half, you guys kept it rolling after putting 54 points against Arkansas in the first. What did communication in the locker room sound like that allowed you guys to carry that momentum over?
Yeah, just stay with it. March, anything can happen. We wanted to stay on the gas and keep, extending the lead, so there was no luck in the equation. And I thought we did a good job. I mean, there was a stretch there where things got a little chippy and, the game kind of slowed down. But I thought we were able to do a good job, getting it back on our terms and just, close it out.
Could you speak more on the defensive game plan against Arkansas? I think the quote from Coach Lloyd going into this game was, they've been putting up video game numbers all tournament long. How were you guys able to diminish that?
Yeah, our coaches do a great job on, studying these guys and my teammates do a great job of watching, understanding what players want to do. We want to make them use their weaknesses. But yeah, they've got multiple facets of the game they can score in, and we did a good job. Our bigs did a great job in communicating, ball screens and different coverages, and their point guards are all good talent. We're just trying to make his shots difficult, and I thought we did a great job, and then we rebounded well.
What are the emotions like for you when you hear the words Elite Eight?
It's great. Obviously, last year, we were able to lose, we didn't get to it. So to be able to get there now, it's awesome. I can't wait to get out there and play, a great team and hopefully advance to the Final Four.
We'll see you Saturday. Best of luck and congrats on this one.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
All right, 3 other games today in the NCAA tournament. The other game in the West, second seed Purdue beats Texas 79-77, ending Sean Miller and that team's run. So Purdue and Arizona will play in the Elite Eight in the West. In the South, Illinois goes into Houston and beats the home team 65-55. That game did come in under. It was 139.5, and they only got 120 points combined in that one. Kylan Boswell did not necessarily score very well for Illinois. He only had 6 points, but he did go 6 for 10 from the line.
He also held Kingston Flemings to 11 points, and that's what Kylan Boswell does well, is
good
defend.
Defense.
Yeah, good passer and good defender.
Iowa beat Nebraska 77-71.
Can we just pour one out for the Cornhuskers?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Absolutely.
What they did this year, Coach Hoiberg.
Great job.
Their first ever 2 wins in the NCAA tournament in their history. Just the joy. The win they got to get to this round, DK, that building must have been 75% Nebraska fans, full-throated. And just that's, to me, what college sports is all about, is that long-suffering fan base that's very passionate about their, what are they, Black Sox?
Yeah.
Nebraska. So, that their play-by-play announcer had done 39 years and never called an NCAA tournament win. So despite their loss today to Iowa, just such a magical season for those guys, and looking forward to seeing what they do in the future.
St. John's will meet Duke tomorrow in the first game of the day. It'll be Alabama and Michigan after that. So Michigan and Duke, the other 2 number 1 seeds, will have a chance to advance tomorrow. Michigan State, UConn, the other game in the East. That's a 3-2 game. So you got the top. You've got almost all this stuff. 5-1 versus 3-2 in that one. And then 6-2 in the Midwest, Tennessee against Iowa State. The Midwest games are at the United Center in Chicago. Major League Baseball started tonight, or today, really started last night. But
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, your Diamondbacks lose their opener on the road against the Dodgers. 8-2 was the final score. The Dodgers winning big. Zach Gallen allowed 4 runs in 4 innings on 5 hits. The bullpen not all that great after that. Let's see what Shohei did. Shohei went 1 for 3, had a walk, and the only home run was from Will Smith for the defending champs, who are trying to become just the 3rd team to ever win 3 World Series in a row. We are off and running the first of 162.
20 strikeouts for the Mariners.
Yeah. And
the Brewers.
Paul Skeens doesn't get out of the first inning. I'm sure they'll blame the World Baseball Classic for that.
They always do.
Tribe won.
You know what else? Oh, man, I'm blanking. The home run hitter for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
It's his first opening day without a hit.
Wow.
I read that.
There you go.
So there's another World Baseball Classic hangover.
They beat up on the Giants. And Tony Vitello, who's the former head coach at Tennessee, now managing in the big leagues. So bad start for Tony Vitello's career as a major league manager. We'll talk a lot of baseball as we continue down the road, but that's your scoreboard for tonight.
The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
W-I-L-D. That's W-I-L-D. Wildcats. W-I-L-D. Cats.
So 35 wins ties the most in program history. The 1988 team went 35-3. A win in the Elite Eight would make this the most winningest team in program history and send them to the Final Four. That will be on Saturday. Thanks to everybody that was a part of it.
I got one more stat to throw in.
One more stat.
85 games John Calipari coached in the NCAA tournament history.
Yeah.
Worst loss he's ever suffered.
Wow.
21-point loss.
21-point loss.
Is the largest Coach Cal has ever suffered in his 85 games in the NCAA tournament.
Worst loss was losing in the title game with Memphis to Kansas.
Of course.
Make your free throws. Wildcats did a pretty good job of that tonight. Thanks to everybody who was a part of these broadcasts. Dusty Dale on the FM side, K-Hit 107.5. David Dragon Ball Amata here on the AM side, Wildcats Radio 1290. For Calvin Efon and JW Madden, my name is David Kelly, giving you that final score one more time. What was the attendance? I don't know that they have that on this sheet here. But there was a lot of people there. Whatever that attendance
15,341.
15,341 people?
At the SAP Center.
At the SAP Center, which means what again?
Something in German from like the 1970s.
Yeah. There you go. And Tony Padilla was nowhere to be found. So that's another good thing about tonight.
He only works in close games.
Okay. Your final score, number 2 and number 1 seed, Arizona 109, number 14 and number 4 seed Arkansas 88. We'll talk to you Saturday at 2:30 from Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow. DK on the Sports Tip to wrap up the week. Bear down and good morning from Tucson.
The big thing now is we got to challenge those guys as far as 3-point shot. Okay, let's go. Come on, Tom! Kenny, you got to get on him now. He's the guy they're looking for. Who's got 13? W-I-L-D. That's W-I-L-D. Wildcats. W-I-L-D. Cats. Wild about the cats.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. Call 321-4100. That's 321-4100. Or visit TrajanWealth.com.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Andrew and Amy Dobbins here.
Owners of Intelligent Design Solar, Plumbing, and Air.
At Intelligent Design, we believe in the glory